Black skin, white mask. Already know that life gets hard. And they say that we're used to the harshness. If it wasn't for the pain, I'd laugh. Truth is we knew about light before dark. Turned music to art and taught everyone to dance. And still no chance. Freedom must be too much to ask. Bleeding from the ache in my heart. Sometimes I wish it was whites in the middle like France. No, I'm not racist, just jarred. Got hate before bush, not plants. They say we should leave it all in the past, but my brother's still dying on the end, so I can't. So if my attitude stinks, don't ask, cause a hashtag won't help you understand my stance. Fuck a melody, this is real rap if you ever see. Head hot, cause the system won't let me be. Tell me how I thrive in a place that don't cherish me. And they wonder why we all need therapy. Pre the energy, yeah, just another nigga to Penelope. And they don't get it how we bottom of the barrel and still drip sauce on the world, no recipe. Weight of the world on my shoulders, all the pressures in life still tightly holding me. Pour libation for all of the fallen soldiers, but the pain still goes unspoken. They want us to stay broken, never gonna fall, fuck folding. I see my people lost hope, shit, don't you know we all been chosen.
We are oppressed, we are exploited, we are downtrodden, we are denied not only civil rights but even human rights. So the only way we're going to get some of this oppression and exploitation away from us or aside from us is come together against the common enemy.
Forgive me if you don't understand. Sorry, I'm just misunderstood. Punished if I try to take a stand. Meanwhile, my friends dying in the hood. And you can say that we're killing ourselves, but truth is they're killing us still. How you saying Black Lives Matter, but never took a moment to help. Just a trend that you post for yourself. And yeah, it takes a toll on my health, cause I want wealth like everyone else. But it's 10 times harder for me. And they wonder why my brothers put food on a scale. Yeah, when I die I'll see heaven, that's real. Cause we already living in hell. Wish I could share all the pain I felt. Oh well, I guess I won't speak till my scars do heal. I just wanna be black with a mill. Yeah, that's for every time I had no meals. Cause my mother couldn't keep up the bills. With a handful of kids, no home, just a cell. And I don't care if conscious don't sell. Knowledge brings height to an elf. Went from sitting on thrones to a cell. Been blessed, man, it wasn't by chance we fell. Weight of the world on my shoulders, all the pressures in life still tightly holding me. Pour libation for all of the fallen soldiers, but the pain still goes unspoken. They want us to stay broken, never gonna fall, fuck folding. I see my people lost hope, shit, don't you know we all been chosen.
Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much so that you don't want to be around each other. No, before you come asking Mr. Muhammad, does he teach hate? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
Yeah, this is real life. Kakimi and scare. Real talk. We're coming from the ghetto. Kinondoni Dar, Slum, Tanzania, mpaka UK. The world finest. Yeah, pambana kijana. Life is too hard, life is too short. Shaa kwa nangu wacha ghetto. Usikate tamaa. Jua kwamba ipo siku tutatoboa. Tutatoka. Gang for life.
I am the true name.
Blessed love, family, blessed love. Oh my God, the wonders of technology and the fact that I am hurtling towards my home right now. Let me just give you 15 minutes, guys. 15 minutes or so. Not even so long. It's going to be a lot less than that now. Give me about 10 minutes, and we shall start the presentation. But just to let you know, I am in progress. And there will be a live tonight. I don't want to let you guys down. So yeah, give me a moment, and I'll catch you guys up in a hot minute. All right. Try to do everything from my phone at the moment, which isn't the most practical, but here I am. and I need to concentrate on this very rocky road at full of potholes. So I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes or so, hopefully. All right? In a bit, guys. Yes, blessed love. His time is up, family. Blessed love, blessed love, blessed love. Oh my goodness gracious. You have no idea how harassed I am at the moment. Honestly, I was like through the potholes trying to get here on time. I literally got held up for about an hour at the toll road. Blessed love, my people. Blessed love, blessed love, blessed love. Right, let's just get straight into it. We're already half an hour late. Guys, listen, it is with great sadness that I'm about to present what I'm going to present to you guys tonight. It doesn't give me any pleasure to sit here and have to talk about one of our former sisters, one of our former comrades, in fact. You know, that doesn't give us any pleasure whatsoever. Blessed love, all the mods. I see you, Samia Smiles, Aries, Grandma Liz. I know Hurricane Toya's here. I know you guys, thank you so much for holding it down as well. Thank you guys so much. So yeah, man, it doesn't give me any pleasure whatsoever. It really doesn't. Yeah. Bless up, bless up. I see you, Samia Smiles. I see you. It doesn't give me any pleasure whatsoever to have to sit here tonight and tell this tale. And do you know what, guys? Let me take it. Let me just rewind it. I'm going to reel all the way back. Is what I'm going to do. I'm trying to find some footage at the moment as well. So give me a try. You know, if I'm distracted, that's actually the reason why. But I'm going to reel it back. For those of you that have got a long enough memory, that have been part of the His Time Is Up family for long enough. Oh, and for those of you that don't know what we're speaking about tonight, we are speaking about when a victim becomes a perpetrator. You know, that process that takes somebody from being a victim and pathologizes them into being perpetrators themselves. We see it all the time. Pedophiles, in fact, are usually victims of the same thing that they perpetrate. You see it with young people that might be brought up in a domestic violence household. A young man, let's run the stereotypes, but a young man, for instance, that's brought up in a violent home and swears that he will never go and do that to his own partner, goes on to do that to their own partner. When the victim becomes the perpetrator, that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. And unfortunately, we've seen it a couple of times on this platform with women that we have championed, with women that we have championed, that have turned out to be certainly not people that we would want to champion willingly, knowing that they are the way they are. Put it that way. Because I've always maintained, and I've been like that when I was in practice in the UK with my clients, my everything about what I believe in relation to survivors, victims, perpetrators, whatever. I do not believe that you are allowed to take your trauma and monopolize it and weaponize it and treat others in the same way. That's a line that should never be crossed. And you will never get compassion from me when you behave in that fashion. Most of us come with a bag of trauma. You do realize that, especially in the Black community. In fact, the Black community is just one hive of traumatic, unhealed people, quite frankly, with all due respect, and myself included in that. We are all walking with our baggage. But to what extent and what degree do you allow that baggage to impact on other people? That's the question. That is the question. Yeah, somebody's called Alkaline 14K. We've got our sights on you for obvious reasons. Alkaline, duh. But your page was made today, so I find that interesting. Anywho's, we're not taking no prisoners tonight. Anybody we want go on with no foolishness, try that. Try that. I don't know who this Alkaline 4K is, but they're highly suspect. In any event, with what they're coming out with, I don't know. It could be a Trojan horse, or it could be somebody that's doing whatever they're going to do in their name. But we'll have none of the trolling tonight. Because what I'm presenting, I'm going to be presenting with compassion. Why am I presenting it with compassion? Because this is my sister. This is somebody that I walked with in the movement. This is somebody that, right. Thank you, my sister. I just saw a message for real. This is somebody that we walked with. This is somebody that we walked with, somebody that we marched with, somebody that, we put in the bosom of our movement. Yeah. So let me wind it back to when I first encountered this individual. That's what I'm going to do. And anything that I share of my experience with LB tonight, Lorraine Brown, right? Anything that I share is merely my experience. That's all I can talk about, is my experience of the sister. You see, anything that you hear tonight, because you are going to hear a few things that is outside of me, Afua, Rose, that is other people's experience, and it's also things that I have yet to investigate. That's what I'm going to tell you guys tonight. Because I'll tell you one thing, I really thought that I'd be coming here today to talk about treachery, to talk about mistreatment of others. When you've been through certain oppressive things yourself, you have no right to go and perpetrate certain things back on other people. That's what I thought I was going to be coming about. I did not think that I'd be coming here to talk more about sexual deviance in relation to LB. But there's been information that's come to me within the last 24 hours, actually, on the back of the post, that is highly disturbing. Highly disturbing. Highly, highly disturbing. It has been months and months, in fact, years, that I've received DMs, the odd little thing pops up, check out LB, don't trust LB. Same kind of things that went on when it came onto Afrobelly. But we give them grace, we ignore them. Afrobelly was less an issue for me because I didn't really give a damn about her. Do you know what I mean? She weren't my sister. She wasn't somebody I considered to be a part of this movement. LB is somebody I considered a sister, somebody who I considered to be a part of the movement. So that hits kind of different. No business with Afrobelly. Afrobelly is an old troll. We don't care about them. You understand? I deal with them accordingly. LB, on the other hand, is our sister. So I want to start from that. I want to use that as the launch pad so people can understand my intention behind this expose. My intention. Thank you, Hurricane Toya. I'm devastated as well, because as much as LB has dissed me over the Eamon Edwards case, how she dealt with certain things, I'm going to go into it fully. As much as that girl has dissed me, as much as she tried to rank up herself with me at court, outside the court, LB pulled a move that anybody else would have got the sharper end of my tongue, much less the back of my hand. Think you can deal with me like the bumbuckler you think you're talking to. You understand? And I was going to stick it on her, but I thought, you know what? Let me allow this woman. We're outside the court. We've just come from the same cause. We don't know what she pulled to her head. I'm going to allow and let that comment slide. But I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Because it had lots of witnesses. Some of them are in here tonight who witnessed that event and came to me after the fact and said, yo, Af, what's going on with LB? I said, I don't know. I think you had chip. But I attributed it down to whatever trauma she was experiencing having to go through that process. So there's a lot that I gate kept for this woman. You understand? So don't anybody think that this is about malice or any of those things. For me, I cannot speak for anybody else. I'm talking for me, for Afua Rose. Yeah? That's the starting point I'm coming from. So I let that slide. I let this slide. I rationalize this. I rationalize that. Whatever complaints are coming in, LB's a lesbian predator. Gal from Brixton telling me these things. Do you understand? I don't know if she is or she isn't. Perhaps she's got some weird kind of ways when it comes onto her little circles and gal and them things because of her experience. It would be not outside the realms of possibility. Let me try to talk to the sister, but let me tell you something about LB that I've learned over the last 5 years. This is not somebody that you can reason with about themselves. You see, certain people, if they have a flaw that they have to address, and you're the person to come and bring that to them, it will not go well with certain people. They cannot absorb that type of information about themselves. It's a narcissistic trait, by the way. Yeah. And LB displays many narcissistic traits, let me tell you. Yeah. So this is not somebody you can just sit down and have a reasoning with. Thank you, Sirleen. You was the next one that did bear witness to certain behaviors. Thank you. This is not somebody that you can sit down and have a whole of reasoning. I'm all about talking, open lines, transparency, communication. That's me in my life, on screen, off screen. It no matter, that is who Afua is. That is part of my fabric. I speak for a living. And I'm not care where you put me. I'm talking. Do you understand? So if I have an issue with somebody in my real life, in any life, at work, whatever, I'm going to bring that to you. I'm going to pull you aside. I'm going to make a safe space, a quiet space where you and I can chop it up. That's who I am. But you see, when it comes on to LB, it's somebody you have to approach with caution, because it's going to create a conflict, or that person is going to take it away as that you're against them, that you're trying to hurt them. Them kind of peoples that we're dealing with. So I was fully aware of this sister and how she thinks, how she stay with certain things. But it was a long time that we were noticing other things, you know? Long time. I'm trying to find a particular Instagram live. Actually, I think I might have gone back far enough. Look at this. A particular Instagram live, because for those of you that remember far enough, as I said, I never used to go on YouTube lives. I used to do Instagram lives while I lived in Tanzania. I'm nearly there, finding this. While I lived in Tanzania, I used to do my lives from there on a Sunday night at 11 p.m. Tanzania time, which would have been 9 p.m. at the time, English time. So I was doing it at 9, 10 o'clock, something like that. And I used to go on quite late in Africa. So the bulk of the sort of beginning of his time is up was done that way. You know, it started with a few videos and then it moved to a live, Instagram lives, that then they became scheduled. Instagram lives, you kept having to kind of come back on after 1 hour because it cuts off, and then it was just all very cumbersome. So part of the team pretty much schooled me on how to go live on YouTube, and then Afua Speaks was born. That's the trajectory that we've taken. But I first encountered LB in my Facebook Messenger messages. She sent me a message. It was quite a lengthy message, and it was quite a deep message as well. It was all about her abuse. And I want to make it very clear here tonight, whatever I share about LB moving forward. Oh, listen, Alkaline, fuck off. You see, oh no, man, I'll take no talk. You got something to say about me defend? Don't even start your fuckery here tonight, because I already don't know you're a troll. We done pick you up long time about I defended LB. I defended what I knew of LB at the bomber clock time. You understand? And I'm not dealing with you people tonight. I'm not cutting no prisoners. We're back to Instagram days. Yeah? YouTube was about me trying to refine this thing, you know, and trying to calm it down, because my advisors told me that's what I needed to do. So you got something to say, come on this live and show your fucking face, otherwise you're blocked, because I'm not dealing with Nana or no bomber club people here tonight. Do you understand me? I am sick and tired. I've given my blood, my sweat, my tears with you mother cunts in England for 5 whole years. I gave up my thing, what I should have been doing, what I've come back to doing now, because other people, yeah, needed my help. And all you lot do is nick and pick and take out whatever negatives you can extract, or suck on a bumper clock, mother, and don't upset me today. And understand me? Yeah? So you have something to say? We put out the link from Blood Clot early. And if LB's in these comments to try and go say where me send a go saw, make him jump back on as well. Come ready for Uno tonight. A yard me there. Think I'm fucking playing with Uno. Man, I play with Uno tonight. Okay, I knew about LB. I knew that was going to be their narrative, you know. Suck on a mother. How about that? And this can go all over the troll pages, and they can edit it up and go on like Afua as a mad woman. Nobody cares. Go suck on a mother. I'm in battle mode right now. I'm in militancy mode with other people, with the world. I'm in militancy mode right now. So we're going right back to the Instagram days when I was in Africa mashing up the place. I weren't taking no prisoner from any of Uno. So don't start your rubbish. I've given my fucking life to this cause. Yeah, I've had bricks through my windows. I've had my children at damn well risk. You understand me? So nobody come and question my team today. I'm not damn well taking a bar of it. Sucking a bomber clock, mother. A yard me there. And understand me? Nobody now come knock my door to arrest me. I can say what I bomber clock, please. All right? Suck on a mother. And nobody is on here. You know what? Leave them. You know what? Don't block them. Don't block them. They've got nothing better to do. Most of them need a good damn fuck. That's what they need right up in there. You want to see raw? You don't want to see raw Afua back in the house? And that's what I want to see? Suck on a mother. Damn rubbish. I knew what I knew at the time, and that's part of the reason why I'm so vexed with LB. Because yes, I did defend her. I thought she was an honourable sister. When the woman jumped on the live and accused her, and let's all be honest, we all got eyes. LB looked hell of guilty. Now, I rationalized that down again for this sister. We showed her love. That's what we showed that sister. Because I tell you one thing, I do not doubt for a minute that she was abused by Eamon Edwards. He's a dirty nonce. He's dirty gal. We're trying to think that she can bring defamation case. Like, I'm out of jurisdiction. Are you stupid? You're an idiot. Find me in Africa. Come soon, going back there when I finish my missions in Jamaica. Find me. You're an idiot. You understand me? And there's nothing that I own in the UK in my name. So what you're doing is wasting your money on things that I know I can win if I applied myself, but I don't wish to. Why? Because I ain't up Babylon's ass. I'm not up the system's ass. You're a bunch of house niggas. That's what you and Eamon Edwards are, Karen Williams. A bunch of house niggas. Carry it to the judge. They try to already inform to the white judge on me already, you know, because of the things that I say on this live. I suck on a bomba clap, mother, and do it at the high court. Does it look like I care? You tried once, true your man, and now you failed. You're coming back with some fuckery, and LB caused it. LB is the person that has drawn me into all of this, and LB is nowhere to be found. LB is walking me on road, chatting me. Listen, guys, we're going to get into it tonight, you know. I didn't have no friends. I didn't know LB before this. I met this woman in my Facebook Messenger, like I did most of the people, most of the dirty crasses that think they can stand up in Brixton and chat shit. I met them through this venture. I don't know LB from nowhere. She knows my baby father. She grew up in Ferndale Court with him. I'm from East London, remember, people. Where the backside, where would I know LB from? Growing up, coming up, back in the day, like me and LB, some big friend. Me no know the woman. Yeah? I met her because she wanted to tell her story. That's it. I contacted her. We started chatting. She was cool. She jumped on in the early days when a lot of the early people that told their stories, the early survivors, became part of the team. Standard facts. And that's what happened. When I landed back from Tanzania, undercover, yeah, before his time is up, March 2021. That's why I said I'm going to reel you back to the beginning and tell you how it go with me and LB. Regardless of the false narrative that Karen Williams, aka Marie Houseford, and her dirty paedophile man Eamon Edwards put that in your pipe, stick it up your ass and give it to your master. Where they're the high court coming our business. I mean, okay. Yeah? When they were going on with their rubbish, do you understand me? We were the ones defending LB. But anyway, listen. I met this woman, and they're putting out false narrative that I knew LB, I knew his baby mother. I met the woman twice in a counselling session back in 1998 when she chalked up at Brixton Drug Project, and it's just coincidence. They talk about 6 degrees of separation. Why would I know these people? I am not from dirty Brixton. You understand? We don't eat crack for breakfast where I come from. Me I know them people there. I worked in Brixton and I can prove it. You understand? But they create a false narrative they want to run with. Let them go run with it. Go suck your mother, Karen, because it's probably you. Yeah? In fact, you know what? Don't suck your mother. Go and do that with your paedophile man. Okay? So anyhow. If you know something, you need to come and talk it. I don't know nothing about that. Let me tell you that. I'll talk what I know, like I said. In any case, yeah, she came onto the live and she started to tell her story about nasty Eamon Edwards, there's no doubt about that. It's been corroborated so many different times, not least with his own picnic, not least with his own child. She told her story. You guys might remember when Crawleen, aka Pauline, his sister, climbed onto the Instagram live, and I think that's really what popularized LB's story, the Eamon Edwards story. It was the fact that his family were all up in the comments. He had his nephew, which was Crawleen's son, Pauline's son, and then Pauline came on with some I mean, what can I describe that apart from a really spectacular cameo performance? Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't even know what that was. It was unbelievable, this Pauline woman. I might even show it. She was a mad woman. Eamon Edwards' sister. And she stuck it on LB in a most ridiculous way. We weren't really paying her no mind. But it was during the course of those events, yeah? It was during the course of those events that a woman, I can't remember her name, I think somebody put it in the comments, Essex Peeps or something. She was a mixed race girl that jumped on. And she stuck it on LB and she accused her of being a predator. Now, at the time, I was saying, all right, you come on the live, you've just spewed this out. It's third-party information. What are you saying? And I'm still trying to defend our survivor. This is what I'm doing. But LB looks sticky as ras. And we talked about it afterwards. Do you understand what I'm saying? And she rationalized, she came up with what she came up with. And I gave her the benefit of the doubt. I believed her, is what I'm saying. I believed her. I actually believed her. Why wouldn't I believe her? Oh, no different. And the woman, I invited her to DM me with whatever evidence she had. She couldn't do that. So to me, there's people that chat rubbish about me and tell lies on me all day long. So why can't that happen to somebody else as well? Especially someone that might be well known in their area and so on and so forth. I know what these things bring, right? So I gave LB the benefit of the doubt at that stage, even though my spider senses were not that comfortable. But you have to have proof. Despite what my haters say, you have to have proof, right? Guys, I'm trying to find this thing, I think I can find it. I'm going to try and muck about with a few things. I think we're in the right zone. I'm just running right back to 2021 on my Instagram, guys. I'm trying to share it with you guys. And find the live that I'm actually talking about. So it might take a little bit of trial and error because I don't really remember which one it is, to be honest. You understand? So let's try and go through it together anyway, like seriously. And I do need a bit of a 5-minute breather. I'd like you guys to watch something because I literally ran straight off the road, straight onto the live, and here we are. Do you understand? So yeah, that was that. So, there was always a little irk in the back of my throat. But I think the reason why, was it around that time? It's probably later on. Yeah, so the reason why it kind of irked me a little bit, I'm very good at rationalizing things, explaining things away, especially when someone, gives me their heart, their mercy. When LB first met me in person, because we dealt with each other kind of online without, through her story, and then she became a supporter. She was on the live, she was coming on, giving comments, that kind of thing. We used to speak on the phone in the evening sometimes, that type of stuff, So I felt like she was a sister. I'm not gonna try to dress that up. I did, to the point that when I was coming back into the country, she was part. It was LB and about 3 other sisters and Mega Man that knew that I was coming back into the country. Because remember, we were trying to keep it from Vincent Wright and all the people that were trying to threaten my life at the time. And they thought that I was going to be joining the march, the first ever march in 2021, via a video screen. Yeah. LB was one of the people that knew about that I was back in the country, because I was in the Kent Hills with a sister of mine chilling out. Yeah. Me and baby Afua. And I was like nipping back into, because it was quite close to South London. So I was nipping into South London to do little bits and to fly out at night in a little disguise with a couple of the sisters. I had met LB because she knew I was back, and I was going to drop off some flyers for the march at a mutual sister, a sister that LB knew from the ends at Vassal Road. And I also knew this sister because I used to work with that sister, and she had become a follower and a supporter of the campaign. You understand me? So I knew that sister. That was the one sister who was on the ground that I actually knew personally because I used to work with her. Yeah, in substance misuse. I knew the woman, and she just happened to be a Brixtonian that knew LB too. So that was a link, if you see what I'm saying. Anyone else, I'd never met them in person. All of my team, I'd never met in person until 2021. Only Mega Man and the Forever Family supporters. Obviously, I had met them in person. The rest of them, I'd never met them in person, from LB to other people, Lioness Keats, enough other people that were on the team at the time. I'd never met them. until I landed in 2021. So LB knew about it. And there was an incident. I don't remember fully what the lead up to it was and the discourse that took place on the back of it. But I remember I was proper vexed with LB because she had gone and mentioned it to somebody on the road, loose lips style, that I was back. You can't do that. You're putting me at risk. So you see, from she did that slip, and she was very apologetic. She apologized profusely, blah, 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 blah. But I had her card marked as somebody whose mouth is not her own. I'm telling you now. I had her marked as somebody that you don't tell too much things because her mouth is not her own. She couldn't even hold that little secret. You understand what I'm saying? So there was a level where I knew to hold her. She wasn't somebody that was ever going to be in the deep inner echelons of my thing, because my thing has always operated under Marcus Garvey's blueprint and Nation of Islam blueprints. You know, they're the people that brought me up in the movement. You understand what I'm saying to you? So, you know, I still do. You understand? I have teams within teams within teams within teams, because that's the way you're supposed to do it. And the left hand don't know where the right hand I clap. That's what you do. So LB was never in my inner sanctums. She was in the wider outer team doing certain things. Do you understand what I'm saying? When marches came up and yada yada, but she was never in the core, tight-knit inner sanctums. That was me and two other sisters. I eat that. LB wasn't somebody that could be trusted to be in the inner sanctums that we're there. She don't know that till now. You understand? Blessed love, Hurricane Toya. Blessed love. She don't know that till now, but it's because of that mouth of hers. She chat too much. I knew that, but that's not enough to condemn her soul. It's not enough to exclude somebody. She hadn't done any harm at that point. We just know how she steer. And that's part of the problem with black people, a lot of us. We don't take each other as we see each other. We judge. Do you understand me? And I'm not just never been that kind of person. I'm going to take you as I find you. And even if other people come and tell me shit about you, yeah, unless it is extremely heinous, like what we're going to share tonight, yeah, then what's that got to do with me? You've often heard me come on here and say, I'm not really interested in what you want to tell me about your sister that used to teeth from you when she was on the crack. And what's that got to do with her abuse? What's it got to do with her abuse? It's got nothing to do with me. I cannot get involved in every single family crisis. I just can't. And that's what I tell people, yeah? Talk to me when it is relevant to what we are talking about, these people's actions. Then you will see me expose it. Yeah? It's like the one Mixie June who I'm again going to have to talk to about tonight. I'm tired of the woman, you know. I'm tired of the woman. She's so insignificant in life. You understand? This crosses woman that thinks that she can keep doing what she's doing. You're not tired, woman. You don't know, say you're up, you're not work on me. You understand me? You don't know the illicit schemes are always going to be uncovered about you trying to send death plot in a Jamaica for this. Are you having a laugh? You're not tired. Because I promise you, the only time that your name comes in my mouth is when you're keeping up your fuckery. Other than that, dirty June, yeah? Stinking pussy June. Other than that, I do not think about you. Leave me alone. It's not my fault that everybody chat your name and talk how you're wicked. It's not my fault that you came on the live and disgraced yourself in front of everybody. Blessed love, artist substance. Blessed love for that. Yeah? It's not my fault, June, that everybody's chatting your name. You want to talk like it's me come tell the people them when me tell them. I didn't tell anybody nothing. Remember, they tell me. I am not an investigative journalist. You know, see me there at Jamaica, I live my life. I mean, there at Africa, I live my life. Do you understand? People come and tell me. People from these people's real life. But I don't know why there's a confusion and everybody wants to bring it to Afua. Bring it to the people in your real life where come and tell Afua where them tell her. That's what you, big-head, dirty June. You see, if I ever call you, you know, you're the one that needs to watch yourself in a Jamaica, not me. Because if I ever hold you, June, in a Jamaica, you think you can send death threats for me in Jamaica? You're having a laugh. And my money taller than for you too. Okay? So you can't do nothing. Remember me tell you that. You're a dirtiness. All because what? Because we reveal your wickedness and your shame. You want to kill people. They must think there's not a God in the heavens. They really don't. And what upsets me about these people, they all hide behind God. Look at LB, who goes on like she's the consummate Christian, and it's bare wickedness to look at the girl I go on with. Honestly, unbelievable people. Let me find this thing. Trying to find it, really trying to find it here. I think it's later on, It is later on. Here we go. Right. So bear with me, people. I'm going to share some Instagram lives and see if we're on the right track. Some of you guys might remember them. These are from the Tanzania days. And we're going to have a look at what Sexy Peps, Essex Peps, something like that, was saying on that live, because it was very poignant. And it's always been a kind of stick in my claw, Before I forget, let me go back to that day when I met LB to give flyers at a mutual sister-in's house in Brixton. Yeah. I met her, she burst into tears. That's the first thing that struck me, is that she cried really deeply when she met me, and she was literally sobbing on my shoulder. So the first thought that came into my head was, and obviously I know her story at this point, she shared it, whatever, I know the story, and I thought, sister is deeply unhealed. That's the first thing that I thought. But it wasn't a slight on her. I didn't judge her. I just knew that she was deeply unhealed at that stage. And she was raw and open, and she was very, very vocal about that. LB did not hide that from nobody. And that's one of the things that we rated her for. One of the things that we loved her for was the fact that she was brutally honest about her own issue at the time. Or so we thought, right? So in any event, she cried, and that was that. And then she hugged me. She hugged me, but when she hugged me, she kind of, her hand slid down my back. Girls, in that way that man them certainly do sometimes, yeah? So I think I must have said something like easy or something. It was very kind of throwaway. It was fleeting. I didn't make a big deal of it, but I banked it in my head. Do you get what I'm saying? And I thought, all right, everyone knows she's a lesbian. She's a self-professed lesbian. Everybody knows that. So I'm thinking, is my girl trying to think like, is she, she's a woman, but she dropped it like a man style. Like she tried. I recognized it, and I thought, all right, maybe it's just me. Maybe that's just, she's very, very tactile. So I didn't call it in. So we were there, we jammed, we chat, we whatever. It was a nice moment. I gave out the flyers, me and them reason, and then it was time for me to drive back to Kent. So I'm going down the stairs now, because sister lives in this yard where you go up the stairs and whatever to the front, from the front door, right? As I'm going down the stairs, you got the sister in front of me. I'm in the middle. LB's at the back. Remember, this is the first time I'm meeting this woman. Yeah, she starts to make comments about my bumper as I'm going down the stairs. So I've turned to her and I think I've said something like I've joked it out, and I've said something like, "Yo, strictly dicky for me, my girl," or something along them lines. And she's gone, "Oh no." We joked it off, and I went about my business. It's the only time, nothing else inappropriate, untoward, crossing a boundary has ever gone down. But remember, this was the first meeting. So as far as I was concerned, my boundaries were set up, and it wouldn't be the first dyke lesbian that's moved to me in that way. Do you understand me? It wouldn't be the first. So I just put it down to her being a dyke. I didn't think of anything else. So imagine now, yeah, right. But then we've also had, prior to this, the lady on the live saying what she said. So that made what the lady on the live then said become poignant. It become magnified for me when I had that encounter with LB. Do you get where I'm going with this, guys? So the lady does what she says. I defend it. You ain't got no proof. You just jump on the live and accuse this woman who's suffering, who's showed us her story, a horrible story. She's a survivor. How dare you? Right? Then fast forward how many months, I come into the country, LB kind of moves around me a little bit of a bit iffy. It brings back up this woman to memory at that point. But it's nothing concrete enough, because the woman made some serious accusations, right? So I'm just thinking it's probably just a lesbian thing. And maybe this is what the woman was trying to latch on to, because that's kind of how LB rationalized it to me. It's just me. I'm with my gal in public, and I might hold her up. People see it. They say what they say. And I accepted that. You understand? But yeah, this is it. It was way more serious what the woman said. Hand down skirt and them thing there. Yeah? That's not what I experienced. I would not tell a lie on this woman. That is not what I experienced. And also, remember, the other sister is there and witnessed the stairs thing, which me and her did kind of chop it up a little bit afterwards. So if anyone want to try to say a lie, me I tell, if LB is going to try and say it's a lie, then you better talk to the sister around by Vassal Road whose house we was at, because she witnessed that and she's very conscious of it. So now bother with it. That happened, yeah, between me and you. I allowed it. So now we're racking it up for me. Because number one, your mouth is too loose. You've gone and told people that I was in the country when you knew specifically we had meetings, online meetings on Google Meets. We used to meet via Google Meets, planning the march, you know. Mega Man was in the meeting. She was in the meeting. People was in the meeting. You damn well knew you weren't supposed to send nothing, but yet your mouth slip. And then you had to go and eat humble pie and follow back on me apologizing. What was the point of this? I realized that you can't help yourself. So I had her in that category. So that's strike number one. Strike number two, well, it's strike number two, really, because strike number one is the girl on the live, isn't it? But that doesn't get wings or get life or any kind of credence until I start experience LB for myself. Do you see where I'm coming from? But prior to this, I don't know this woman from nowhere. Do you understand? All I know is this woman virtually on online meeting, met her through online. Do you understand? Does that make sense? So anyhow, anyway, I'm just reading the comments. Look at this here one here. Clearly ops. You know, ain't got nothing better to do. If you're here legitimately, or you're here because you hate Afua, which one is it? Shut your mouth. I didn't tell you, say I had suspicions for LB for 5 years. Oh, no, no matter. Okay? Chatting shit. So in any event, yeah, they're all out tonight. I knew they would all be out tonight because you're all dirty ops. That's what you are, including you, Lorraine Brown. No, wicked. I never done anybody any problems here. Do you understand? Never, ever, ever. In any event, so this thing is kind of building. Anyway, remember, I don't have LB in my yard, you know? I don't have her in my yard. She's not my brethren that way. I know her through the movement. She turns up at the march. She supports the thing. You understand me, people? She supports the thing. Hold on, how can I get to this comment? She supports the thing. So that's the capacity I know her. LB has never been to my family home. I've been to hers a couple of times, but that's to drop things off like flyers. One time I had to, I think, park up the stage. We had to leave it at her yard in Brixton and come back for it the next day after a march. That kind of stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? But apart from that, this is not my pari. This is somebody that was close in the movement. And enough whispers about her, but nobody never came with anything concrete. No, I never entertained anything because as far as I'm concerned, they're trolling. They are all trolling. They're jumping on bandwagons. LB seems like somebody that everybody talks her name around in Brixton. Everybody kind of knows her. Do you understand? It comes with the territory that people are going to chat about her. When it came on to the Richard, what's his face thing, the Cressy, with him again, that man there. I got this weird idiosyncrasy, you know. You see, if I find you despicable, there's a time where after a little period of time, I'll forget your name, you know. It's weird. We could be even like bad close for years and I'll forget your name. Some mad idiosyncrasy. Kwaku, that's it. Yeah, when she had that issue with Kwaku, remember, I defended her then as well. And that was Kwaku trying to put it on me, trying to pop down my standing within the Afrocentric community because he knows me from those circles because LB's gay and I'm entertaining her. And I defended the sister. I defended her at every turn. I defended this woman. And again, I believe her about that man because we've had other corroboration because we know he's a nasty piece of work. Just because somebody is messed up themselves, it doesn't mean that they can't be perpetrated on. You guys need to understand it and understand it fully. Do you understand? So we're not saying LB's a liar. Never am I saying that. I believe her story about Eamon Edwards, very much so, right? That is my honest opinion of him through her. But imagine you bring this to my table, yeah? Your perpetrator turns out to be not just a perpetrator, but a psychopath. His daughter actually tells us that he's a psychopath, you know? He's such a psychopath that he's one of them psychopaths that's it's gonna stop at nothing until he tries to bring you down. This is what Eamon Edwards and he's demonic side bitch Karen Williams are about. They are complete psychos. Now I don't know if Karen Williams is under some very deep Stockholm syndrome. If it is, it's been going on a bit too long now, Karen, and it's time you free yourself from the tyrant. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you're hurting other people, woman. Or she's just as evil as him. You know, like a Fred and Rosemary West, or a Myra Hindley and Ian Brady situation. That's how I see the pair of them people. They're two psychopaths. Yeah, two psychopaths. Because they're relentless. Yeah, these are not people that have been wrong. They know they're wrong-uns, but they keep it up. They keep going. I laugh at them. I laugh at you, Karen. I do. And you, Eamon Edwards, you pathetic weasel of a midget man. I mean, for God's sake, give it up. You did this against your children's grandmother when she called you for what you are, a dirty pedo. Your nonster grandchildren, and you dragged the poor, you know, she's an old Jamaican woman that she couldn't manage you. I can manage you. Suck your mother. That's my new mantra for you people. Suck on the mother. I don't care. I don't care. You're the one paying for the defamation, idiot. You're the one paying. You're the one going through legal fees. You're the one paying to file applications, idiot. And oh, now you lot ain't had a penny out of me. Yeah, idiot. Doesn't that tell you something? Now it's gone so far, I'm not even in jurisdiction. And them still I try do what they're doing. You're psychopaths. That's what you are. Put that in your next updated statement that I said you was a psychopath. That you're damn mad man. You and your dirty pedophile man. You understand? We're fucking data. Move and way. And these are the people that LB come let off in my life. Now that's fine. I was up for it. You guys know that I used to put my my neck on the line for the sisters, and LB was one of the first sisters I put my neck on the line for. To the point, yeah, to the point where I'm getting bricks through my window from her ops, her perpetrator. I'm getting stalked. The people in my organization are getting stalked. Our whole heap of people are going through a whole heap of problems now because of LB's perpetrator. But still, we back LB. We keep her in close. We do what we're doing. So imagine people, and if I lie me I tell, there is people here. I'm glad I walk with crowd and we walk with team when we go to certain places, because the first time I got a sniff that LB had an issue was when we went to court, and this woman suddenly put herself on the other side of the courtroom. Yeah. When the judge asked her if she wanted to be separate or something because he saw her actions, she told him yes. And then this is what they resorted to. They said, LB and me there. Oh, do me a favor. If you ever know me love black cocky, moving herself. I'm real raw tonight. I love it. Yeah? Raw. Idiot. Shut up, man. So anyway, imagine my shock. So we come outside the court. You know, there's about at least 3-4 people in this chat I've seen tonight that were outside that courtroom. Yeah? Quite a few people was there outside that courtroom. And I can't remember what I said to her, because I think I was trying to ask her, are you all right? Because of how she was behaving in the courtroom. And she lit back with a rank-and-faced answer. And it took everybody by surprise, including me. And I was going to say, so who the fuck are you talking to? Because that would be my go-to knee-jerk reaction for anybody that spoke to me that way. Who the hell are you talking to? Nobody talks to me like that. Who the hell do you think you are? But I thought, listen, this woman is going through mad trauma. She's sitting in a courtroom facing her perpetrator. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me just give this woman grace and allow her. So I did. And I said nothing. After that, she walked off. I think she walked off with one of our team to go to the train station. Everybody's around me. Afua, what's going on there? I said, I don't know, I just think the pressure's getting to her. And I gave the sister grace. I didn't know what was wrong. We kept it moving. I then put together a group. Yeah. Let me not leave anything out. I put together a group when Marie Houseford and Claire Kennedy, aka Styler and his butterfierce auntie, and psycho bitch Karen Williams, Eamon Edwards' sidekick, aka Marie Houseford, had basically put together cyber war, cyber bullying on members of His Time Is Up, supporters of His Time Is Up. I was cool with it, because I don't really care about things like that. Because when I lock off my phone and I turn off whatever, I'm not thinking about your horrible comment. I'm not thinking about what you're trolling and saying. Like Jano, I don't really give a fuck. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't. People go, oh my God, Afua, your skin is so thick. But when are people going to realize that these people aren't real? I don't know them. I don't even know what half of them look like. So you have an opinion of me. Do you understand what I'm saying? You have an opinion of me that is inaccurate, by the way, and I've never seen you in my life. Why would I go and stress out my home life, my good, beautifully balanced energy in my yard? Do you understand? For these people that are just cartoon people, as far as I'm concerned. So no, I don't care about what's said about me online. I don't care about these things. But for some people, it really irks them. You understand? So in any event, this was my experience with LB. She wasn't a safe person to give information to that you didn't want anybody else to know necessarily. You understand? So we didn't kind of trust her that way. We didn't think that she was a wrong one. We didn't think that she was a predator. We didn't think about that. As much as this one person came on and said what they said, other people haven't come on. And I think one other person who wanted to remain anonymous on a fake profile in a DM came and told me about her being a predator. And I couldn't take what they're saying because you're a troll. I don't take information from faceless people in new accounts who don't want to be identified. I don't take information from them people. You could be telling me the biggest thing, and I've had it. I've had people tell me the most heinous things about Vincent Rapp, but I want to remain anonymous. And you don't have no way of tracing these people. You don't know who they are. I don't know who you are. You could be the person yourself. So I don't take talk from that kind of source. Do you understand? So whatever I was getting about LB was from those kind of sources, because that's how treacherous Brixton people can be amongst their one another. This is what I'm realizing. Even LB herself is treacherous amongst the people that think you and them are friend, and you're not. Do you understand? It's too much, man. Too much with this nasty lifestyle. So that was that. So imagine as well, we put together the group because we wanted to record everything, and I couldn't do all of that on my own. You understand? So we put together, people offered their services, and we put together a group to say we're going to watch those pages now and gather the evidence, because it was clear cyberbullying. They were doxing people, they were turning right into people's workplace. It was cyberbullying, and it's illegal. Meanwhile, they're claiming to be victims of me. Do you understand? It was just absolutely diabolical. So we put together a task force, and that's why no matter how much they delete their page and whatever, the way that we have recorded everything they've ever done is crazy. Do you understand me? We've got everything, every screen recording, every post, everything. I have it. And thanks to the sisters that put it all together with me. Yeah? LB was a part of that. Now, the trolling and the bullying extended to our very own Hurricane Toya. Yeah? And another sister that you're going to hear from tonight as well, Sister Substance. It extended to them too. So it was only right for me to add them to that group, because it was about everybody that it concerned was fighting back, and we were gathering evidence to give to the police and so on and so forth, you know? You understand? So I added them to the group. Unbeknown to me, Substance and LB are cousins. I didn't know that. If I was told it, I didn't remember it. It's not the kind of information I would have retained. Remember, I had a separate story with Sister Substance. So, South London is a very incestuous place. Do you understand? A very incestuous place. So everybody's related to everybody, and that's kind of the way it went down. So I didn't know that. I didn't know she had beef with her cousin. So this woman drops herself out of that group. But prior to that, she was going on the most kind of way. Us as a group thought that LB was experiencing mental health issues. We didn't know what was wrong with her. She was being very, very aggressive. She started to act very strange within the group. If I lie, me I tell, sisters, come on now and condemn me. You were there, you witnessed it for yourself. Condemn me. It was going on so bad within this group. Do you understand me? It was going on so bad within this group that we decided we're going to hold a meeting, because there was one day when LB was soliciting advice and help from the group to get her witness statements together for the court case with her perpetrator and whatnot. Do you understand? So
Yeah, so she was soliciting the group for that. And there was one day when she put a voice note in this group and she was just screaming and shouting at the top of her voice. You understand what I'm saying? At the top of her voice, saying that we should repent. And it sounded like a religious fanatic madwoman. So I just thought, is she unraveling? What is actually going on here? Do you understand? You know what? I'm going to put out my link because these people are winding me up tonight. You understand? I'm a vulture. You lot can't chat to me. You hide behind. Why don't you come and show your face and say what you're saying? You're an idiot. I'm a vulture. Claire Kennedy exposed you. Exposed what? What did she expose me that the world already know? You're an idiot. So we know who you are. You lot are so stupid that you expose yourself by what you say. Carry on. I can block you. I can exclude you from this, but we're going to let you have your little fun because you clearly have no life. You're a sado that has no life, trapped in England, yeah, while I bathe myself in the sunshine and eat juicy mangoes, right? And you're Elita Bonono. Move on, go. And there's nothing you lot can say to me. How about that? And all this is bitches, you know. These aren't even the men. These are the bitches who come as wolf in sheep's clothing that solicit Afua's help and then turn tail upon me. This is what they do. These are the people hiding behind these fake profiles. That's who they are. Do you understand? You lot should be ashamed of yourselves. Like, you lot are sad, sad people. You understand me? So this is what it was. And then she just switched on us, guys. She just switched on us from nowhere. You're leaving these weird messages. I must have asked her because I had a broken phone at the time that I was working with. The police had taken how many phones and I was working with this broken phone. She was trying to send me some information because, of course, we're in the same court case. We have to be communicating, rah, rah, rah. And I was saying to her, can you send it by email? For some reason, this irked her. And then she was going, listen, lady, and things like this. I said, you know, when you have to bite your lip because I really want to trace up this girl, you know? Because I'm thinking it couldn't be me that LB thinks she can style up like this. Who the ass is LB to think she can style me up like this? But I didn't let ego prevail because I could have cussed off LB. I really could have. And I didn't. Her behavior was going on away. Do you understand me at the time? And I didn't know what I'd done this woman for her to suddenly turn tail and start dealing with me and chatting down to me and whatever. Nobody knew what was going on. Then I'm hearing the rumor, LB's walking up and down telling people Afua ate for the people. And I'm saying, but what good luck is this? You know when someone's got a dirty heart for you and they have to justify because they know that you haven't done them anything. A bit like how the white man deals with black people. They just demonize us so they can justify their slavery. This is what I'm seeing with LB because how me and you is into something, I don't understand, guys. We were all nonplussed as to what is going on with this woman. You understand? At the same time, simultaneously that these things were kind of popping up, we also knew that we had a leak in our camp because the likes of Dutty Claire Kennedy, aka Dutty Butterfierce Styler and the Butterfierce Auntie, and Psycho Bitch Karen Taylor, aka Mary Houseford and her pedo boyfriend, right? They were getting certain information and putting it up on their platforms that they shouldn't have known. And the only people that would have known these things at the time was people that were in the group. So we didn't know where this leak was coming from. And I remember speaking with my core team at the time, the inner circle, and saying, who could this be? Who could it be? Because remember, we got about 4 different groups running. We got the pedo hunting group, we got the His Time Is Up group, we got the Afua Speaks group, and the ops think that it's only one group, but there's loads of groups. Do you understand what I'm saying? And we don't know where this leak is coming from. But one of the things I said at the time, if it isn't anyone doing it deliberately, it's somebody like LB that just don't know how to owl her out in Brixton a daytime. She might be the one doing it unwittingly. And I always thought that. I just thought LB was a bit of a busybody and loves to chat too much. I had no idea of the things that have been revealed to me. No idea. No idea that there is a lot of weight to the allegations that she's a predator when it comes to women, that she touches women inappropriately in the public. There's weight to that. Is there evidence and proof? No. Is there weight? Yes. There's weight. There's corroboration. There's weight. Do you understand? What am I going to do with that? Like I said, nobody ever brought any concrete, solid story to me that I could unpack and unravel and expose. until now. Until now. So even my experience with LB backstabbing us, leaving me high and dry, we put up the group as well to help me and LB find pro bono lawyers because neither of us could afford representation. We were representing ourselves at the time. Yeah. You know, LB went and found herself a pro bono lawyer and dropped me right out and never even looked back and thought, Pan Afua. What kind of behavior is that? For somebody whose personal life has been more at risk than her, because they never did find out what LB's address is, but they found out mine. So I was the one getting the heat, not LB. She was cozy in her yard at night time while I'm there with my child at risk because of her problems. And you can't even show a lick of grace and a lick of love in your heart. You're wicked. But I never said anything, people. This is 2 years ago. Did you see me come up on this live and chat about LB and what she's been going on with and how she's kicked me in the teeth and disrespect me? You don't never heard me talk about that. Why? Because it is what it is. It's life. It happens. Fuck off. I don't care. I'm good. But now, LB, Lorraine Brown, now, me I figure talk up because I... Let's have a look at the live first, people, before we go into LB. I never had you as some next dykey paedophile that loved to fuck with gal picnic. I never had you as that, LB. But we're gonna go into that in a second. Let me try and find this live from back in the day so that you guys can witness for yourself what Essex Peeps or Sexy Peeps, whatever her name is. I can't remember the name. Was saying about LB at the time. And it wasn't just said about LB, what she said to LB's face. Do you understand me? You know? But LB's been working with my ops undercover for a little while. And why is that, LB? You know why I think it is? I think because you're a narcissist. And I think because you've got main character syndrome, just like Afrobelly. And you just couldn't take that it was Afua leading the thing. You felt that you needed to be doing something a little bit more prominent. It can only be that because I cannot understand these switches. I can't understand Afrobelly. I can understand you even less, LB, when it comes on to me. And that's my experience of LB. I've shared my experience. Now I'm going to share other people's. Because that is the subtotal, the totality of my experience with LB, is that she's a backstabber and she's susu. She chat too much. That is my experience. That is what I've lived through with LB. You understand? Apart from anything else, I cannot answer for that because I have not experienced it. You know? But let me try and find this live, guys. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to try and take you guys through these lives. Hold on just a second. Just a moment. I wonder if I can find this now. Wickedness, just wickedness. I don't understand these jaded characters. And then now I have LB's sister, little sister calling me up. I got LB's this calling me up, that calling me up, telling me Afua, no, it gone too bad, she too wicked, you know what she do, she did this. I've been telling them, sort out your family business. I'm not here to be calling out this one family every minute. From Mitzi June to this one to that one to that one. How them rotten, sir? How is the whole family so rotten that every minute I have to be calling out this one same family? My God. Honestly. I've been batting back how much things from your family, you know, LB? Because I'm just saying, oh my God, enough now. I'm not here to be constantly on the same family dealing with all of you lot, sussel. I'm not here for that. When a crime has been perpetrated, especially on a vulnerable person, then come chat to Afua. Boy, I never feel safe when I come to this, but it has. It has. Jesus. Give me a moment, guys. I'm going to look for this live, yeah? What am I going to tell you? Right, let me try and find this thing. Oh, my God. Right, guys, give me a moment. Let me try this. I don't know if it's going to work. I hope it is. But we're going to look at a few of the lives. I might have to go for a couple of them before I get to the one that I want, because it's pretty hard to tell on Instagram which one's which. So give me a moment there, people. Right. Can you guys see that? Am I sharing right now? Is this happening? Can you guys see that? I don't think you can. Hang on a minute. Here it is. Yeah. Right. Can you guys see that? What is going on here? Here we go. There we are. Right. So that's my Instagram. Let me try and go through and see if I can find the actual live. Hey, I might even tell you lot a little tale about this individual and the controversy where it caused and the treachery with certain people around me. Listen, they don't stop backstab Afua, you know. These motherfuckers, like, they really don't. They really don't. It's bringing back some memories going back this far down. Bless up, Daddy. There's my dad. Right. So we take it from around here. I'm feeling like this could be it. I can't remember which one it is, but we're going to try and have a look. Could even be this one, you know. No, this might be Crawley. Let's see. It could be this one, guys. Kick back on and let's see if it's this one. It's 2021, definitely. This is in Tanzania. And it could be this one. I'm back. Brilliant. All right, if you want to jump back on Miss Chelsea, then we'll do that. Yeah. All right. Okay. So if you can jump back on Mr. Efficiency. Okay. Right. Hold on, guys.
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay. I'm trying to get this brother on. I don't know if people can hear me. The sound is excellent. Okay. All right, brilliant. We're back. Yes, my brother. I know the story of your uncle. I know fully the story of your uncle. I knew it before all of this started. Right, I don't think it's that one. I actually don't think these were more early. I think later on, and I might be wearing, let's try this. Let's try this. Yes, blessed people. So they blocked the live. I think maybe a few people, including myself, of course, with my potty mouth, might use some swear words. So, you know, there was a lot of high emotions and stuff that was going on. I'm trying to find out how to unblock it. I don't know how that works, but if you can put some comments in this video and tell me how that works, I'll try and jump back on live real quick. If not, then we're going to pick this back up. We are not going to end this conversation here. I want to do it again tomorrow if it gets unblocked so quickly. Whenever it's unblocked, do it again and we'll try to put down some ground rules and make it happen. This is just the first run because there's going to be a series of these. There has to be. There's just too much info. I just hate the way that it cut my sister D there in her track. So yeah, I'm just trying to get on. Let's see what's going down. Yes. It's really strange. Sorry, guys. Someone's messaging me, and I didn't realize that you couldn't message while still on the live. So, yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to hold that 1 minute silence for the baby that died. You know, it's just been rocking in my mind. I really can't get it out of my mind. You know, the fact that there was just a young child and no justice has been done. The mother's still alive. I think it's these, you know, guys. So I'm going to see if it is those. If anyone remembers anything, let me see. It could be this one, actually. Let's have a look. Hey, if sister can come back on, we'll do just a few more minutes of that. But I do have to get some sleep. But I think it's, I'm not sure what time it is over here now. All right, sister, if you come straight back in, my sister, then yeah, we can get you straight back on. But you know when you come in, yeah, sis, once you join, it's gonna say to you, do you want to speak or whatever, and you press the request. You get it? Or otherwise, once you're in, I'll just join you. Give me 2 minutes while you guys are lining back up. Take my 5 minute break. 5 second break, I should say. Okay, I haven't seen it come back yet. That's just like the worst place to cut somebody off is when they're about to share like that. Is yeah, you don't want to do that. Can't see sister come back in yet, unless, hold on. Let me check. How do I do this again? You guys can see there's a comment there. Let me just pause that. In fact, there's a comment here, guys. Tutorials, people. There's a comment there. Look, it says 1985-22 Edwards. That is actually Eamon Edwards' daughter, Zoe, who gave evidence at court on behalf of, in corroboration, in support of me and LB with these people. It's her. And that's from July 13th, 2021. Then I tried to say, LB gave me the information about this, that. I don't know this woman. Everything has come online, guys, and that's proof of it. I did not, like, that person has been identified since they came on that particular live. But I think this is the third of 3 lives. This says final live, so I think we're on the right track here. Just bear with me a little further, people. All right. Yeah, if my brother Megs could come back in. Yeah, if my brother Megs could come back in, that'd be great. I really want to talk to that brother again. Meg, okay, we could. Hold on. Oh, yeah, here we go. All right, if we could get brother back on, that'd be great.
My sister.
Yes, my brother. Yes,
Yes, sorry.
So have you finished asking your questions, or you needed to add some more?
Okay. Let me just make it clear so everybody on the live knows. I am not at no time supporting no rapist, no pedophile, no sexual offender. I don't even like when I see one of my brothers touch a girl's bum when she walks past in the rave. I hate that shit. No disrespect, and sorry for my language. I don't support none of that. No time. Anything that can make you go down that route or be seen in that way or that light, I do not want to know nothing about. Stay away from me. Stay in your level. Go and jump in the pit and cover it over.
But
That's my
you're
attitude.
asking salient questions, though, brother. You're asking very relevant and salient questions. There's nothing wrong with what you're saying at all.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying. So I wasn't going at you when I was saying, hold on. It's because I'm hearing names, and I'm hearing so much names, familiar names. I don't think there's. I can think of maybe 1 or 2 names that you've mentioned that I don't know. And this is, remember, I'm an era below you, you know. So we're talking about my mom and my dad's era.
Yeah.
So we're talking about, I'm not gonna go who my family is, but within that area, my family's big. So I know who, what, where. I'm tied to a lot of people and whatnot. But what I don't want to do is shame the wrong person, or somebody feeling bitter, or something happened when I was 20 years old, so they're upset that it happened when they was 20 years old and he dust out and left her. Now 40 years down the line, she's talking about, well, this happened because I didn't leave him or whatever, because I've seen it too much.
Yeah, so
I have seen personally with my own eyes. I've seen man go to prison.
Can I ask you a question, please? So I don't know what point you joined the live, if you from the beginning or what, but if you there was a point within it that we were actually discussing within that, and I was saying that they should get the same treatment as those, as far as I'm concerned, them kind of girls.
Yeah.
Because what they do is they come with their, and I said it as well. You probably missed that bit.
Yeah, I heard that part. No, I heard it. I heard it. I heard it. And I was supporting you.
And usually can't get their own way, them kind of girls. And they always cloud the real issues of the real victim.
And this is what my argument for years. Right. For years, I've had that same argument.
My son is 26 years old, and he's a face man. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm not willy-nilly with that kind of thing. I wouldn't want none of them girls to come and accuse my good wife of anything like that. So I'm very sensitive to all of the issues, my brother. But I'm going to ask you a question in response to the question you asked me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is, how do you imagine, before you ask the question, did you sit down and think to yourself how I might come about that information and then call it out? Because I do have a process.
Yeah, no, I did. I thought from the first one, what you mentioned, it's just that first one we all know. So they're just waiting. As a matter of fact, let me be honest about that first one. I thought that would have got slapped a long time ago, because that couldn't be my family, and that's no disrespect to anybody, but my family's built a certain way. So each to their own, and no disrespect, none meant to anybody. Do you understand? I'm just saying from what you said, I've always been like, all right, yeah, I can see what, where, what not. But you see, when I'm hearing so much, sometimes people just like to jump on bandwagon and fling names in there just because of.
Yeah, guys, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how I fast forward with this thing, because I don't think you can you? It's going to be a long one trying to find this thing, and I didn't have time to set it up today. As you guys say, I should have been in an hour before we started, and I could have done all of this, but being held up in traffic has been a little bit But I don't think it was this one, but it was on this day. I think I remember having that headscarf on when Carleen came on. I could be wrong. So it's probably not this one, but he doesn't stay on for very long. I do think it's on this day though. Put up a 1 if you guys really want me to find it, or we should move on. Let me know. I'm still trying to find it. Put up a 1. Let me know if I should still try and find it. Yeah, do you remember Hurricane Toya? One thing with Hurricane Toya, you know, you got the memory of an elephant, sis. Like, you will remember those things. All right, people want me to find it. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, well, bear with me then, people. Just give me just be patient a little bit. All right, good. Lovely, jubbly. Right. So I don't think it was, I remember this guy. With this guy, Wavy H, why am I feeling like it's Aaron Edwards' nephew that I'm speaking to until no, it's not. I don't remember. I mean, this guy, I remember he was significant to something. He was related to somebody or something. 2021, you know.
Where only one person rang up and chat rubbish. Never. Never, ever, ever. And I would never. Why? Because of people like your Me Too car crash. People like that.
Yeah.
Why I would never do that. Do you understand me? So I'll have something come into my inbox and it'll drop in and I'll read it and I'll go, okay then, and I'll put it one side. And then I'll be dealing with the rest of that stuff and whatever. Boom. And next one comes in. Totally unrelated. totally not to do with any of the first one. Another one comes in. I'll leave it one side. Boom, the third one comes in. That's when I start making the phone calls. A work of the power of three, like the witnesses in the Bible, my brother. Rest assured of that. Because I'm about to come out here and wreck men's lives. Like I said, listen, I'm a woman here that 90% of my friends are male. I would demand them. Do you understand where I'm coming from? I get the flip side. I get the flip side. And I also roll around studios and all of these places. My brethren are these types of people. So I get the flip side. And there's no way that I would leave an innocent brother. Yeah, because I love my brothers, man. Like, if you lot ever knew how much I love my brothers, I just want them to fix up now and back us in this.
No, do you know what the problem is? I tell you what the problem is. It's not even now. That should have been handled years ago. Because, look at, no disrespect to your generation, but look at the little boy.
Right. Right, brothers and sisters. Okay. Honestly, I tell you, it's my Instagram is just taking time to load up again because it's about 2G over here. Is it 2G, 5G, 2G? It's so slow anyway. It's so bad. Okay. I don't know why it won't let me join. Well, it's made me join people, but then they just fall again. I don't know what, or they hang up. I don't know what's going on. Whoever was joining before, wanted to speak before. If you want to put some more requests in, then you can do that. But yeah, picking up where we left off, go to the bio for the Cash App, go to Evolution of SP. I'm going to have a conversation with her and try to promote that. Because the work has to continue. And no, I can't keep doing it for a whole year on my own. I've got to give in to that. But I'm very careful about what that looks like for me. And I also am very careful to want people to be able to see the fruits of their kindness. Do you understand what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll make that happen. It's simple. It's just the right thing to do at this moment in time. And we're not going to get any help from anywhere else, are we? At the end of the day, nobody's going to come along and fund our efforts to try to sorry, I just got to get up a second. Fund our efforts to try to get justice for our brothers and sisters. Just bringing it back very, very briefly to brother there, who suffered at the hands of his stepdad. There is a period of a process of atonement. When you are looking to do right when you've done so much wrong. If you've lived that kind of life, okay? If you've lived that kind of life, then it's very difficult you can change it. I mean, you can open up 1,000,001 projects for the young people. You can do all kinds of something. But if you actually have really repented in your spirit and you haven't actually sought atonement from the people that you've wronged, the karma will still visit you. That's the problem, my brother. The karma will visit you, and you need to atone and repent to those brothers and those sisters in care. You understand me? So round about now, it's been, people have made me aware that it's absolute bomb that I'm dropping and whatever. But at the end of the day, like, why should there be this wall of fear that other people can't speak out their truth because of the intimidation, because of the fear, because of all the things that keep people silent? But other people are allowed to kind of do their healing and go about their lives, and that's the end of that. It's not right.
There needs to be a big open conversation from both sides, facilitated by the elders in our community, respect people, where these sorts of things can happen. You know, there's a brother this week that was sharing with me that he wants to have a community meeting about these issues. No, no effort to reach out to any of the victims or any of the people that have been dealing with the victims. They just want to go off and have a community meeting on their own. Guess where? At the mosque in Hinton Road. Abdul Kareem wants to be a part of it, or they want him to be a part of it. I said, you what? You know, I haven't heard from that person since. Why? Why would you do that? That person and his whole organization, on the back of my video, Abdul Kareem of the Nation of Islam, Hinton Road, Brixton, begged me for a Zoom meeting, which I had witnesses in, so I weren't there on my own. They recorded it without my permission, so I just let them, because I thought, well, hey, you ain't going to be able to show this at Sunday Mosque by the time I'm done with you. And I wiped the floor with him. Say different, Abdul Kareem, or play the video and let the people them see for themselves. Why would you even bring this man into the space when he showed absolutely no empathy whatsoever in that meeting? And I looked at him and I said to him, do not sit there in your umzungu bow tie with your stiff self, not even showing any empathy for victims, for these black sisters that your organization says that you care about so much. The man said to me that, oh, well, you know, he tried to backpedal. Yeah, and offered my brother on Brixton Hill some of them, and I went into it with him. I said, I doubt the sisters of the Nation of the Islam. I doubt the sisters of the Nation of Islam. I doubt the sisters of the Ummah would sully their whites with some of these sisters. I doubt they would sully their white uniforms with some of these victims. This is what I said to him, big and serious. The people that was there were my witness. Do you understand? Yeah, he was putting a grand. Were you there? He was putting a grand into the community, and they were accepting it gladly at the Nation of Islam and going on like they don't know who this man is. Or no, the only richest person in the Nation of Islam, actually Hillary. Don't let me start out your business. I can't stand these people. They're charlatans, wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah, they have the heart. They have the facade and it all looks very good. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Thanks for that, Sister Serline, original Taurus Queen as well. Thank you, because I can't see the dates on here properly. So let me try and get to. What am I wearing in it? Tell me. Is it the black headscarf or this white headscarf? Because I don't think it is. I feel like it's right, 19th of July. Hold on. I feel like it's here, people. Let's see the date on this. I can't see it beforehand. Let me see. All right, so that's July 20th. So we're looking 7th of August then. Well done, people. This is why I love you guys. That's going to make life a lot easier. All right. Right, so if that's July 20th and it's 7th of August, then it must have been the next live after this then. So we've got lots of posts. Was that a live or was this a video? I think this was a video. Was this a live? No, that wasn't a live either. I was in a room. Hold on. Was it that live? Let's see. Hold on, people. No. We've gone past this now. Oh! Weird. So it would have been a live when I was in the UK then, when I landed. Because you see these ones with the back curtain like this, guys? I'm actually in the UK and people think I'm still in Africa here. Because we had to get like neutral backgrounds. So let me have a look. Could it be this one? Let's have a look. August 7th. Could it be that one? Hey, August the 6th. You guys sure it was the 7th? Did I do a live on 2 days? Yeah, grey curtain in the background. It must be here. This is, yeah, I remember when Melrose spoke. So is there one the next day on the 7th of August? This says the 6th, guys. That's weird. And why is this not moving? All right, let's have a look.
Oh, hang on a minute. Oi.
Melrose, somebody called Melrose. I'd love for you to come back on, my sister. Love for you to come back on.
Hold on, guys. August 6th. This, August 7th. Alright, that's again on the 6th. Why am I wearing different clothes on different days? Or is it the same clothes?
Yes, blessed love family.
Alright, maybe it's this one. Are we going up or down? I don't even know. Right, that's August 4th, so we're going up. Oh dear. I was on fire, boy. So, this one? No, it can't be that one. That must be the same 6. Ah, here we go. Is this it? Is this it, guys? Are you sure about that?
Right, I don't know what happened there, guys.
Maybe
It was
about
going a bit
4
doolally there.
on one
Freezing
live.
up.
Hold on. Right, yeah, so it's not Quincy and the 28th, live 3, it's live 4 then, guys, yeah? Arthur Penny's niece, hold on. Right, it's probably that one. Yes. All right. Right, so it's going to be on this one, guys. Just follow this live through and you'll be able to see what happens. Is this the one, Sister Serline? Is this the one? Right, okay, cool. Cool. Let's hope this can play now after all of that. Okay. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. No, it's not playing. It's sod's law, that, isn't it?
Right, I don't know what happened, guys. It was all going a bit doolally there. Freezing up from my in there. I don't know what's happening there. Freezing up. It's a very strange thing. But that part of the live wasn't saving at all. So I've lost. If anyone wants to jump back. About Davika Dawes, Angela Dawes, Arthur Penny's niece. There's no denying it. Absolutely no denying it. Okay, this is Sandra M. Four sister. Try and bring you back on. Hopefully you're successful. Yeah. Hopefully you're successful. All right. Oh. Sandra Brown.
Want that?
Hello.
I didn't want to.
You made a request to speak. So I don't know if you realize.
No, I thought I had to request to be on the live, not to talk on it.
You're
though.
like
Bless
me,
it
then.
for
Let me
that.
cut you off quick.
No, the Instagram itself, man.
All right, sis, let me cut you off quick. Blessed love, blessed love. I thought sister wanted to come on and bless her. I feel that. I know how difficult it is to get around these things. Aliyah 83736, and it's not your place to tell the world. Okay. Is that related to me? Hold on. I'm not a physician. A physician is a medical doctor. Someone sent me a message saying as a physician or something. I don't know what that means. What's a physician? I don't know who told you that. Nadine, daughter of Eve. Yes, you can speak, sister. You got a request to speak though. I can't bring you on unless you request it. So you have to come on and make a request to get in and speak. I'd be happy to bring you on if you want to talk, sis. Yeah. I'm sure there are some counselors on here. Ah, okay, there you are. Ah, okay. This is I like your name, by the way, daughter of Eve. Nice. Yeah, there was a lot of people scared and controlled by gangs because the police don't protect us. Blessed love, sister.
Hello, darling. Do you know what? I come on tonight. I just want to apologize about last week. I did the same as that lady and pressed to come on by accident. And I think some people thought I was messing about. So I just want to apologize. So I did message you to say that. But seriously, tonight, I've just come on to say I just want to corroborate everything that you are saying. During that time in the 90s, I was housed on several doors down from Ebony House.
Right.
So they were at 100. I was at number 60 in what was called Vassal House.
Okay, yeah.
I was in care and I was under Lambeth, and I just want to say for everyone that's listening, everyone that basically comes on and saying that Afua was lying and this, that, and the other, this stuff happened, yeah? Like there was loads going on in our care homes. We were being raped. We were being forced out by other older children to go and mug people. I took part in it. In the end, I had to get my social worker to ship me out. My brother got initiated into the younger 28s. I couldn't be seen in certain places because I would get raped. In fact, one of the residents at I think it was Community Links, I shared about how one of the guys, and you know what, I'm waiting for his name to come up because I know this guy was a rapist. He attempted to rape me in Ebony House. He was a very prolific offender. Basically attempted to lure me into the house upstairs. Staff did not check. Staff are supposed to be seeing who's coming in, out, lured me upstairs. And you know, when you're thinking like this guy was being so nice to me, and that was like, he just saw me walking down the road, and I was 14 at the time. These guys were like 16, 17, so they weren't even like in leaving care yet. But anyway, got upstairs, and then I saw him signal to another guy in the room, and sis, I knew I was about to be raped. I turned around and fled out of that place, yeah? I then hid myself. I was so scared. I never told any of the staff in my house. But like I said, there was some of the 28s in my house as well. But them guys were more into the robbing than they were the raping. It was Quincy and them man there that that they were actually in the other house, which was in Brixton. And there was a guy that I was dating on and off for a while, and he used to say, Amanda, I can't be seen with you. This, like, it was just such a mad time, sis. I just felt like I was some of us girls were a target. We weren't safe. Like, you couldn't go to a dance. You couldn't do this. I mean, not that some of us should have been at dances anyway, but when you was young and with your mates in Brixton, yeah, man would be pulling up on you. You go into a little thing, man would be like, do you know what? I had to move out of the area. I couldn't tell my mum. So in the end, I had to find my way out, which I myself into care. I left Brixton for 2 years and then didn't come back until I'd escaped. Anyone who wants to make stuff up. My brother ended up being rooted into it.
Right, guys, guess how we're going to have to do this, because that's going to take a while to roll through to the one that I wanted. And sis, I've been trying to click the video, but it just won't come on, and I can't see the line at the bottom to put it across. So that's going to run in the background until it gets to that point. What I want to share with you guys now in relation to LB, yeah? Many people have got, I can see where they've got fed up and jumped off about 10 people, but who cares about that? Listen, it has come into my possession, yeah? LB secretly recorded a conversation between her and Mitzi June. Yet again, this damn woman, Mitzi June, I can't take her, you know. I cannot take this woman no more. So what I'm going to do, while this is running, we're going to go and revisit this in a minute, all right? Sorry that it took so long. But we're going to hear from one of LB's family members, and we're also going to listen to a recording that LB took a secret recording between her and Mitzi June, you know, where Mitzi June is clearly, yeah, making inferences to my safety in Jamaica. And this woman didn't even feel that she would want to give me a heads up about it. Can you imagine? So you would know, LB, Lorraine Brown, that Mitzi June, you would know that she means to try to harm me in Jamaica, and you would sit on that. When ever do you, except give your story a platform and cause it that you were able to get closure and justice to some degree with Eamon Edwards? That's all I've ever done. That's all I've ever done. Why would you do that? Why would you form like that? But guys, judge for yourself. There's a lot of chit-chat between them, but you need to listen carefully and pick out when she's talking about Afua Rose, Mitzi June, to LB. The two of them did their chat me in a secret. Do you understand? LB is trying to play fool to catch wise in this recording, yeah? Trying to play fool to catch wise. And she's double-crossing Mitzi as well, because Mitzi doesn't know that she's being recorded. LB's recording it. You see, the whole of them treacherous, the whole of them. But LB, you would really know that wicked girl, and you know she's wicked. This is why you secretly recorded her, so you could spill it back to other people, everybody except me. Me that is at threat from this person. You know the police have been informed, so I hope you're able to tell the police exactly what June told you, because you will be a witness, if not held complicit, because you sat on the information. You think I'm ramping with you people? Oh, no, wicked. And I've done nothing to deserve it. So kick back, we're going to listen to that, and when the thing comes up, I'm looking at it on the other screen, we'll click back and see what this lady had to say, all right? I think that's a good way of doing it. Right, give me a moment and let me share this recording. Where are you? Shut. It's on the other screen as well, but that's fine. Sorry, guys. Let me just try and find it. That's why it's good to have two monitors, you know? That's why it's good. I have got it up on this one, but I need to watch this one. So let me try and get it back on this one. Unbelievable. And that's not even that. I would have sat on that for myself and dealt with her privately. But what is about to be revealed after this, guys, it's going to blow your mind. Definitely blew mine. Give me a moment there, guys. Honestly, you see these women, they're just... You see, before his time is up, I used to champion a lot of black male causes, actually. And, you know, it's not that I weren't there for my sisters, I was. But I had a real deep, you know, this was my own baggage, my own stuff. I had a distrust of women because of their treacherous ways, you understand me? And it stems a lot from my older sister, Carol, my mom. I had a distrust of women, so I didn't really keep too much friend with them. I didn't really par around women for that reason. I was kind of a bit afraid of them, and I lie. You understand me? So I just allowed them to do what they wanted to do, you know? And these are the reasons, these are the situations, these are the reasons, because I'll tell you one thing, no matter what I have with somebody, if I knew that their life was at risk from a treacherous person like June, of all people, I would actually bring it to them. I wouldn't hold it behind my back. these people are something else. I wouldn't. If I'm not talking to you, I'd make sure that got to you somehow through other means. And LB could have done that. She knew that this woman meant me harm about I can't go Jamaica and I'm not safe there. Chowing word and inference. Because we all know she wants to do me something. She's tried Obia. Now she's got a plot. And now we've got another witness that's come forward to say this is exactly what Judy's trying. Try that. I think I'm fighting for you people. God decides when I go, not you people. But you, LB, I'm very disappointed in you indeed. Hold on 1 minute, guys.
Yeah.
You can't partner.
I know.
Yeah.
Because if you do
You're muscling in on my conversation with my cousin. I just realized you were talking to Richard. No, it's not cool because I need to talk to her. Yeah. I like
all right.
and we love each other.
I will not be able to give you the information you want
No,
later.
no, you have to give me that. You have to give me that. I want to know if Valerie dead. You all right, though? Because I've seen
you know what? The person I'm going to call, because I'm calling from before Christmas.
No, man, call them now. Make that.
Call them.
Make it, you all right? It's going to be in the warmer there. Why don't we go into the arcade so I can see if Derek is there? You all right?
Oh, when you see
I will. I ain't seen her for a little while. But... June, we're going there, so. It's the new. It was the bank. It was the bank, but they changed it into little units now. And I want to. Hi, is Derek or Dennis there? Yeah, this is the food place. 1 minute, Cuzzy. Yes.
Guys, I'm going to hold that there, okay, because we've got to the part that I wanted on Instagram. So let's go back over to Instagram. We're going to look at what that woman accused LB of on a live in 2021 on August the 7th. And then we're going to go back to listen to this recording. I can break that down a little bit further. Wickedness. May I tell you, they're not easy at all. Guys, hold on a minute.
It takes a lot to get me. I'm not really this dickhead talking like, do you know me? Do you know anything? Were you born? Where'd you come from? Who are you? And you want to come and defend them? I don't know about him, where he's coming from, but what it sounded like to me, he's going round and round in circles. You're good to be putting up with that. He would have been cut off ages ago. He was just chatting through his own backy. I was like, what? He is the realest. They're all fake in that family. They're all fake. Because every time we talk, I'm going to talk over because I'm going to talk tonight. Nobody else stopping me. Night.
Shut my mouth, LP.
He's fake. They're fake. They're fakes. Now, I don't know Pauline picked them, Ali and Hassan, and I must say, wavy here, Chip call himself, no, I wear one name, Hamid or Mohammed, or wear one name. But you can't come up and talk about what that was a lie. Fam, you weren't even born. Everybody had informal care. I don't know. We came racism, remember? No white people went after people's kids. So you lived in a block of flats. Miss Forrest, could I look after your picnic? You'd have the Charlie. Some whoever could be looking. And when I'm saying looking after, you see like how you go shop and could you watch the picnic or whatever? What they're trying to set them to me, what they're trying to go on like is they're deflecting from the actual root. Here's the root. Nonce, twist-mouth, midget, illiterate, burglar, thief, Amen. Rape me. That's all we need to look at. Forget the decoration and the embellishment. And I'm usurping my power because that is what I'm here to do. I take back my power by force. So when this little young person, I don't even want to even speak their name. He's a coward, number one, because why is he hiding his face for? Shut your mouth, man. He's hiding because he knows he feels shame because his family's a bag of nonsense. Who killed your granddad, my G? They kill your granddad. Which they want to go and get the refund from the Abia man. Anyway, that's what they need. Refund straight there because it didn't work. And whatever liver you did eat, and this was big in Ferndale Court when we were growing up. So when they're trying to deny it now, it doesn't wash. You know what really infuriates me? That they actually get airtime. He's the realist in the Are You Real? So you all must be a real nonce as well, because that's what you're about, bro. As for Praline, got her business sorted out there now. I don't know if she knows about homophobia, but she win a minute. She will know about that. Coming on need no pum pum patrol. So the other thing I want to clear up is it's as though the LGBT family seems to be because I heard Melrose conflating her abuse with LGBT. So let me just clarify something. That's what she did, Melrose, and I appreciate that she was abused, but that's not the case for everybody. So if they're thinking like, every single lesbian or gay person out there is because they've been abused, I'm sorry, that's actually incorrect. I just want to put that disclaimer there, yeah? I can speak for me, I don't know about anybody else. So any pum pum patrol out there, I'm going to keep talking, I'm going to make my point. Pum pum patrol is not necessary out here. Nobody don't need to watch my pum pum. It's fine. It's really cool. It's actually just vaccine now. So all these people that are watching other people's fanny, I was raped. Let's keep the focus on that. I was raped. I spoke to the police morning. When I got up, I spoke to the police officer who's dealing with the case, and they have reopened the case. I'm really pleased to say. So that's as far as I'm willing to go. All I'm interested in, every day I'm up my handset. Have you done this? Have you done that? Are we talking? So let me look in my face. You see the weak one that just came on air, right? Oh yeah, I'm the realest in the family. Fam, see my face there. Move to me if you see me on the street. Move to me. I dare you. Move to me. Don't come on here with not showing your face and chatting foolishness, yeah? Don't do that. That's for the victim. Anonymity. All right? Down to my own family. I tried to get on with my own family, but if I'm honest, the trauma is real with them. So I do keep my distance from these people. My sister rang me today, my younger sister. And it's just the same bullshit. Again, they want to come and get all... The version of me they knew is dead. The version of me they have to get to re-know me all over again. They're moving from some other place. So why I came on was to say, I'm a human being. I don't know if they think I'm a machine, these viewers or people who are watching this. I'm not a machine. I am a human doing and a human being. And I've done very well considering the trauma that I've had to overcome. I've done very well. Also, I've not gone out and raped anybody else. I've always had consenting adults that, adults, like, what, we together or what? So we established the ground and then we moved from there. So nobody enough to watch nothing for. Oh, yeah. So the pum pum patrol fall back. We can do that. The other thing is, I'm not going to stop. I just need to repeat this. Nothing's happening until Eamon gets catch. The fact that Eamon has not been indicted already doesn't mean that he's innocent, because he's really good at drugging people. but he's really good at drugging people and denying that he did that. How about instead of bad man, coward, whatever his name is, and crawling, standing up in front of her, how about you come, Amos?
Yeah.
How about you come? And that's the only time I'd be calm.
Interesting,
That's
isn't
the only time I'd sit like this and I would hang on to every single word this fool says. There's no need for me to convince anybody. Like I said, my own family, I keep my distance from them because I don't know what planet they're living on. I really don't know where they come from. My sister, Rosie and Jennifer, I have no concept where these people live in their minds, but I know where I am. Yeah? All I've got to say, these people need to fall back. Your family by name. That's it. Don't deal with you people. I see them. I go about my business. None of these people's ever done anything for me or defended me. So they're not going to start now. So all this, oh, your sister and you, it's me, my warrior spirit, the Holy Ghost, and my squad I got around me. And they don't play. So please, anybody going to see me on site, want to move to me, it's not happening. That's not really about that. Yeah, I'm not sitting.
The other bit that I didn't understand is like, where you're talking about facts, but where is your facts that Caroline and LB are brethren? That was just so.
You see, that's why I just thought, you know what? My aim was to come on just to tell him just what I tell him. That way. So if anybody thought I fell over, no, I just cut it out because I thought, you know what, I've said what I've got to say. I can't be bothered to do any. It's not a debate. I've basically come here to do one, and you're gonna do one. All right. So this, when I went to Crowley, and I don't know if he's been raped as well, because like I say, it's a little thing that happens in their family. In the Edwards family, they do their incest and stuff in their family.
Intergenerational abuse.
Can you see my face? Yeah, they incestuous, the family. So maybe Pauline's behavior was about not wanting to accept that maybe she was in consensual sexual activity with her brother. I don't know. I don't do those type of I guess. This is what I know. Amos raped me. Whatever name they want to call me, it's up to them. My thing is about getting him locked up. I think what you're doing here is such a work of God. I just want to clarify, whoever hasn't been around me for the last, 6, 7, 8 years, y'all don't know me. You don't know me. If you're calling me your sister, it's just by name.
Right.
You don't know me. You don't know me. And when you want to come on my phone, Rosie, and want to talk hard and heavy on my phone, the reason why I never cuss you out, because I ain't got no respect for them type of things. I just I think the trauma is real. Stay over there. So I'm saying it live so my sisters get to understand. I don't fuck with them. They know that. Yeah, when they see me on the road, it's, oh, hi, and go about my business. Because I don't do stress. My focus is on doing my best for people around me. If I cannot serve you with respect, consensually, I don't get involved. You could be my gran, my mum, my sister, my brother. I do not have any affiliation with anybody who's not show me or them self-respect. I'm out. That's just how it is. Yeah? So I thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak uninterrupted, unbridled, because I've got no beef with no one. You don't know how the thing's set.
I know this. I know it. You have to say nothing. Yeah, I know it's set.
And you know, thank you to all the people who came in my inbox and, you know, were about me. But do I look like Karen? Check it out. Check it. Do I look like Karen? No, I'm good. I'm good. Good. Solid. Yeah? So you go.
I just want to say one thing, LB. I hear what you're saying.
I know my skin looks lit. Thank you. Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, just to kind of put it out there, like what you were saying about Melrose's experience, your experience, you're right, but there are a lot of sisters that are left in the way that the LB was, you know?
I'm not disputing that at all. I'm not disputing that at all. I don't have, you see, even my sisters are homophobic. So that's another reason I don't deal with them. I don't deal with them. Yeah. I don't deal with them as well. So I deal with who is respectful to me. Yeah? Because I'm not watching them. I'm not going to come down and berate. This is what I want people to know. every single family on the face of the earth is dysfunctional. Yeah, everyone. We all know that. I'm dealing with reversing and transmuting generational curses. Yeah, generational, inherited generational trauma. And if you speak to my family, it's real. From you, hello, after the word hello on the phone, it's just there, it's just there, it's just there. It's pointless to these people. So when I come on my phone after nobody ain't call you to call me, I really ain't missing anyone. And don't do that. I'll do you for harassment by telecommunications. Don't. There are laws. Don't do it. So please, LB is happy. LB is fine. Anybody who can't remember I'm LB, just go over there.
Yeah.
Who's supposed to understand what I'm saying is understanding what I'm saying, yeah? The version of me y'all knew is dead. Brand new thing. Yeah? Leave me alone. Just get on with you lot's life. I'm talking to my family then. And just leave me alone. All I want is for Eamon to get locked up, and that's it.
And
I'm not backmaking. That it's already done. Is it all the why Eamon come on, you're gonna send your one little boy wet behind the ears, don't know anything, never was there, don't while I was listening to him, our friends are thinking, who is this individual? Who is this? Really? Who are you? Where are you getting? And then he's trying to bully you. Man, you know what? Afua, I just thank you for the platform. Speak what I've got to speak. I've got nothing to say, no profanities to say. Everybody who has come up on this live. Yes, there are people that will do malicious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I'm saying. But I know you do your checks and your checks for your checks. Afua, I was rich when I was. Thank you, Amons, for your calculation.
Again, you don't need to.
Yes, no, I'm going to say
you believe me.
I know you believe me. That's not the issue. The issue is the Edwards family. I don't know what they're hearing. I don't know how many times you came to me and told me my sister did X, Y, or Z. And I'm asked, because, you know, everybody does stuff. And I know some of it is difficult, but at the end of the day, do you know how many lives have been wrecked because of these people who can't control themselves?
100.
We did not ask to be raped. We didn't. Do you know,
at 8 and 5 and 4 years old.
You know, other than that, I've never experienced that sort of exploitation ever in my life, because as soon as I grew up, I've always been solid, defend people who are, you know, that's how I am. Yeah? I don't care if people like me. I love me. I love me. And it took me a long time to love myself. So I have the time to invest explaining these are the reasons why you should like me. Anybody with a piece of decency in their body, with any sense and any love and any compassion, would understand where I'm coming from. I don't need you to like me, but you will respect me. And that's it. Don't need the liking. So thank you, Asa. Thank you very much for giving everybody the opportunity. I'm not judging anybody. I know what I know. And you know the funny thing is, Nonce twist mouth Amons, Cecil Forrest, your baby father, half a penny, one a penny, me. We all lived in the same estate. It's like a disease. I don't know. They were rapists, half a penny, one a penny, and all them when we were growing up. I don't know that. Nobody's implying that. I'm saying we all grew up. So I know everything about all of those people from when we were growing up. Obviously, they may have changed, but all I know is that we grew up together and we had fun until nonce midget twist mouth Amons got him. That was it. So whether he wants to be 12 or 13, he's culpable and responsible.
Absolutely.
And you will face the law. So I don't know which other Dillarance or Obiaman or Lodgeman or where you want, but you see my Lodgeman may have up there. You see the ancestor, you see the marine spirit I'm coming with. Be afraid, because my ship now sink. Remember me tell you, the now sink, and all the bad man people them in my family, you think they're bad. I beg them back and delete my number at you lot's phone, man. I'm not really on it, innit? I got my squad already. It's all right, they're tight, I'm locked, we're flanked. I'm good.
I'll tell you one thing about the family thing. I know all about the hench people that can go on in families.
Yeah.
They all turn into Don Corleone when you try to talk to them. I'm saying. Yeah, I know those people.
It's not like one time I would just kick off their face. I just look at them. now. I can see the trauma in it.
Mm.
They need to. Do you know how long I've been working through it? Enough little things I used to see when I was growing, thinking how people operating unfair. Like, okay, listen to your side, let me listen to the other side. I'm not taking sides with anyone. I'm not.
Sorry guys, that video is playing up. Let me try and get back to that. It's taking forever. Hold on guys. All right. Right, people, that ain't working. That's not going to work right now. I'm not sure what's happened to this machine. I'm not sure what's happening. So let me stop sharing that and go back to the recording, and then we're going to hear somebody come
nothing
on.
to prove. Nothing.
Now it's come back. How annoying. Let me try again one more time. In fact, no, let's listen to the recording. That can run, and I can see when it gets to the point that I need it to get back to be fair. Because it's a lot longer than I thought it was, yes. So we're going to get back to that. Let's get back to the recording, the conversation that was secretly played out that was secretly recorded by LB between her and Mitzi June. Let's have a look at that. Unbelievable, these people, bro. Just unbelievable. But yeah, we got lots of technicals tonight, and because I was unable to oh, that's better. Yeah, that's better.
You can't talk now.
Right. Because I was unable to set up, I didn't get the time, I got stuck. It's a bit rocky, so I do apologize for that tonight, guys. It's all over the place, but the information is getting out there, and that's what's important, really. And we're going to get some testimony in a little bit. Yeah, definitely warfare, praise dance, the UK. Definitely warfare, spiritual warfare, you know, really is. Spiritual warfare isn't always about people working objects. It's about their mindset. Sometimes negative vibrations can cause people to, to be affected because there's too many bad thoughts against them. So it's definitely spiritual warfare, these things. It really, really is. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me share this. Right, 1 second. Right. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get this up. That's not it. That's not how it works. Right, 1 second. There's 2 ways to share this. Sorry, guys, you know me and this technology business. What is now? All right, listen up.
Geneva.
Oh, is this where he is?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, him and his brother.
Oh, where's the other twin?
Where the other one? We can't talk. Private, yes, sir. So close.
I don't know how to start.
Yeah.
Right. Afua Rose asked me for one of my artists' phone number because there's a.
Your voice we can hear.
I'm coming. Mo!
Anyway, she asked me for one of my artists' number because of the allegation that he troubled someone when she was 14.
Yeah.
A stepdaughter, not blood. Like, that's how my stepmom. So I'm not really going to give his number because me and this guy's kind of close. It was close. You know what I mean? Then, so anyway, I told her, don't do the live with him yet. He's got about 3 shows, he's got a tour in Brazil. We can singer from Birmingham, you know. The girl invited the young girl online, his stepdaughter. Well, it's not his stepdaughter no more. This happened 28 years ago. Then she put on my picture, I'm shielding him. And I'm shielding him and I'm a paedophile.
I had no idea.
I can show it to you now.
I don't want, let me tell you something because I'm in court with the defamation. So the court, my solicitor told me to have no contact with them. So even if I want to.
Yeah, but I thought this was on check for me. And then because me and Nisha don't get on, Jackie's daughter, we ain't got no manners. Nisha got to tell her, oh, me drive car for shoot my number. So you know I let them guys my car. I never tend to go and shoot my body. Why would I do that? Registered to me, to my address. Only Mr. Bean would do that.
How are you coping?
So, then they were online for 4 hours, tearing up my name. I want to poison people in Gambia, make them get raped. And what about that fucking? Remember I went to Gambia, I was touring with Jackie and John Brooks. My friend got a bit mad out there, but you don't know if she got raped out there. I took her to the clinic, they did find stuff, But then I think she felt bitter because John Brooks was surrounded with other girls out there in Gambia. You know that them artists there. Anyway, that was done. They put up everything. But Jackie's been drinking time. And how?
Why can't
this is all over my dad's house? Jackie never got no money out of the house, did she? Remember she cheated 96 grand.
What? I don't know anything about that.
She took 45 grand out of NatWest. I can sell it to you. Give me a number.
My God.
And then she took 50,000 bond and gave Marcy 11 grand to forge my signature. If I'm lying, kill me in my sleep tonight.
I prefer to keep out of it because I'm literally shitting myself. I don't even know what.
Shitting yourself for what?
I don't know what's going on. I don't want to keep.
Yeah, but I've got documents and paperwork. Where is
Isn't this case in her house? Isn't it? Where is she?
I thought you lot was still bonded or whatever.
No.
Oh, she trying to get to you as well?
No, she hasn't spoken to me for a long time.
They want me to commit fraud. I'm not doing it. What fraud? They vexed because I told the bank daddy was dead. This bank. They vexed because I told the bank.
Oh, Barclays.
Yeah. So why you tell daddy the bank's dead? The bank dead. No more get one for fraud and will fraud.
Mr. Fred, we want to give them, but Mr. Fred, no one gets involved in
nothing. How can you get involved in anything?
So worried. So where are you off to now?
I'll get my money back from that chicken shop.
Is that it?
They tried me twice.
There's so many things I've got to do. I've got to see him. I've got to go and see him.
That's why I'm ringing that. You can pack us on the 911 number.
No. Oh, you're still on that?
Well, I have to report up to the police because remember I work at the teenage pregnancy unit. I told my supervisor and they said they've heard about her, but you can't go around making accusations like that. Whatever happened 27 years ago, I wasn't around, whether they had trouble with the girl or not.
This is serious, man.
No, Stephanie's daughter, I can't touch you right now. So anyway, went on about it. It caused a lot of stress on my body and harm and distress.
It would cause
You know,
distress on anyone's body.
Not the shoot you.
What's that?
You should put my
It's
name
not
up.
frightening, though. Do you not want to get involved?
What you could go there?
Every other lots of people that come up, man, today, yeah, right, we love. Oh my God. She's 32. She lives in Birmingham.
What?
Yeah, she's in Birmingham.
Or 12.
Hey, Jody. She's
Kadi's 41 this year. Let me feel old.
Her name not Kadeen.
Kadi's. Oh, Jesus.
Mom, I'm going to go in there.
I miss where I live.
You really
Romney Road.
God, that's far.
No, get me in that to me and I come back.
All right, then. All right, then.
Yeah?
When did this happen?
Come.
I'm not involved in you. I'm a burger, you know.
I'm scared.
I did last year at one of our marches. That's the last time I saw him.
I've not seen her for nearly a year.
Who? I don't know.
That's why I'm going to look.
No, she's cussing Vincent. Maybe it could have been. Our nice little square. You know,
When's that?
I can send it to
That's
you.
why I'm staying on the yard. You said you're still on the same number.
And then
Why are you on the number?
this is Mitzi Jordan, the most prolific woman in UK reggae. Join us tonight how we talk about all the people she's helped now. She's shielded the paedophile tennis star. And they lied, I went to Jamaica, run off away. But he ain't going on our live. This is that comes on our live.
Tennis fly or tennis fly? Oh, right. So like tennis fly.
Tennis fly's dead.
Yeah.
How I shielded him. I don't know nothing about 27 years ago. Then we was roads. You know what I mean? And he's never told me, he's not said, well, fine.
Yeah, you and your sister get on.
Took pictures of her in the bar. I haven't got no sisters. Mom says dead. I haven't talked to Jackie for 15 years.
Why?
Because she got to connect fraud with her. She stole my dad's money. Had my dad in his grave with no name on it.
Has Uncle Bigger's name on his grave?
I did it in 2021, just gone. It's in Evergreen Cemetery. That's why I moved up to Bromley, so I can be near my parents. They come and scratch like Mama Sadie's, they don't want you to put it or something. And then they come on the street alone in one thing left to another. Just got my rent for about a year. That's why I went back to work. No, that's from them. And Martha sell me out for 11 grand. I could have given Martha 128 grand. So I gave all her kids them 20,000 each. God kill me if I'm like Kurt, Shane. I sent the money to the prison to Shante, and I sent the money to prison to Shane. Their prison account, 20,000. Just like about £3 out of 20,000. But Jackie's ever not getting nothing. Are you on Instagram?
No.
You're not on Instagram?
No. I've come up anything that I'm on. Derek, I was trying to ring you. I could put my phone away now. I'm going to.
They all turn against me because I told them to.
Be right back. You want anything from the shop?
And I just have nothing to do with nobody linked to Jackie.
Well, you speak to Lisa
every now and then. It's not against Lisa. That's the woman in that film. Oh God, they swallow the diamonds. What's her name? Joan.
Joan.
Yeah. I went to meet her. I went to her book side, yeah. But I wanted to follow this page on Instagram. Just put the page up.
No, but I've got an account. I don't know how to get into it.
So just freeze it there.
Oh, let me see what's his name.
She got my life. That's your common shoot, man. So I had to tell my supervisor, we don't know about her. But I've got a court case with her coming soon. Have you noticed? She went online, defamation. You look like pedophile to you. I work with you like friends.
Have you served her with a writ? Yeah.
No comments.
Okay.
And with the guy that she accused of it as well, he served her with a cease to deceive.
Cease and desist.
Yeah, I don't know why they call it that.
Well, for them to see what they're doing and don't do it no more.
The time she spent online, she's gone wash them curtains at her window. They're actually
what
disgusting. That's the new grade.
I am not.
I can't get to back her up.
No.
But she likes to go to Jamaica. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. To say that I'm multiple murders in Brixton. Why Jackie telling her that I'm not like herself? But because come on, Kennedy crime with Jackie tells me from them time, you know.
But it's her sister.
Come on, listen.
You see what annoys me is that
she said she got my sister, her name Jackie Leslie, because she don't associate with me, but you did when it's committing crime.
Here's what my kids get along. I just want you to get along. I don't know how. Even if I knew where road.
They're drowning out. They're gonna come.
I
have no feelings for her. You killed Marcia.
Oh.
She gave her £11 to proof. I said, to probate, and Marcia smoked out the whole of that money. I've got Marcia's bank statements. Every day Marcia got 100 pounds about 9 months. How can you give Marcia 11 grand? And you know, she got a drink and drug problem. Died of alcohol intoxication and was that brown stuff they take? Methadone, something other poisoning.
You need it or not? Derek, you're taking loads. I mean, what have you done? Nothing. We're going for lunch. Really? We're going for lunch. Are you going to just eat? No, because we're going to the pub. You fancy it? I fancy Derek. I fancy you. Sorry, I was in the picture.
Yeah, he's like my brother-in-law.
Yeah, I saw you. Yes, I did. Let's go. Yes, please. It's a lot.
Then he's a bit like a folder in up your road. Thank you. And then to put my ponies out there, exactly when I was support, about 17 of them set up, you know, and then they released on bail and put up on that. Listen to this. And I know that's about 180 people have reported that for the internet. People stop.
Wow.
Like when you said, I can't have blood clot here, somebody said that, I'm going to do a party all that for 2 weeks of peace.
But you're not. I'm not perfect.
Every woman dated a gunman.
I have never dated a gunman. Oh, Jesus. The thing, oh, the Alan that's not you lot kids. Oh, all I know is that all of this is going to come to bump. What is lie will come out, what is true will come out. If you've not done anything, I don't want you to get yourself in
I don't know if you're I know some make pictures of my mentor. That's what I'm saying. The guy never told me that. And then you feel like this, to turn around and I'm saying, you can't go back to Jamaica, they're going to kill us. Yeah, you better be careful.
As I said,
I got Jack in the candle shop 2 weeks ago, 4 weeks, and you can see they're going to the candle shop. Let me go off.
Oh, but I will. You're well, though. Take care. Jesus. Oh, yeah, I'm still 59. Yeah, just letting you know I'm younger than you, cuz. Rosie, I don't see Rosie. I've no she lives in North London. I have no idea. Sorry, baby father. Yeah, I know. That's why she won't come. Take care, cousin June. Oh, no. Derek, I'm going into Mo shop for my people.
Did you guys actually catch the threats? There was 2 of them. I can't go back to Jamaica. I'm not safe in Jamaica. They will kill me in Jamaica. And she's actually saying that. But she's plotting this behind the scenes. She's actually approached a couple of people that she wants to find out if they can find anyone over there that can do the job. And it's all come back to me. What a revelation. Thank you. Thank you, Bev. What a revelation, eh? They want to kill. Yeah, you heard it. You heard it. Good. Look, forget Mitzi June. We already know that she's a first-class demon. You understand? So later for her, I don't expect nothing better from her, you know? And yes, she was calling your name substance. I don't expect nothing better from June. But the one LB, who was such a wolf in sheep's clothing and so convincing as well to June, I'm sure June is quite surprised that she was covertly being recorded by the individual, and the individual pretended that they don't know nothing about nothing. They know all about the story of what June is accused of as well. They know about that live. They know, they heard, everybody heard June on the live. And June saying that we called her a paedophile. No, we didn't. We said that you aided and abetted the paedophile because you didn't call him out when you heard about him in Jamaica from the cab driver. And then after that, you wanted me to delay his demise so that you could get your money and have your party. You idiot. That's what we accused you of. Your treachery and your nastiness is what you were accused of. Nobody called you a paedophile. And to this day, you've not issued no kind of court paper against me. And LB knew that. That's why she said, oh, well, have you issued a writ? What, you never saw between the lines? The woman was mocking you. She knows that you didn't. So you're an idiot. You're shaping. We've not had nothing out of you except this stupid reports to the police that has actually come to nothing. They've not charged me. Here I am. You know? See me in court? You're a fool, June. You're a dirty fool who sends obia to people's houses. And also, she gave herself away in that recording, people. Here when she says, oh, Afua wants to go and wash those dirty curtains at her window. I have blinds at my window, sweetheart. Are you talking about my business address, which you guys put a brick through? Because how would you know about any kind of curtains? She said something about grey curtains, which she calls dirty. I do have grey curtains at the business address. So you gave yourself away. It's all evidence, June. You understand me? You're a fool. And it's your little sister in Dessa, Cuzzy, your little Cuzzy, that sold you out. You're all a bunch of treacherous, nasty, low vibrational individuals. And then for stop, carved upon the name of God. And a wicked, wicked bad. And LB, I would have expected you to give me a little flip, a one text. I've never blocked you on WhatsApp, but I've never had no turn up with you. I've never had no turnout. We've never had no big rip-up argument. Apart from the time when I told you need to calm down and know yourself because you were disrespecting everybody. You blew up on one of the group members because she called you Lorraine. The woman don't even know you too tough. She doesn't know that you don't like to be called Lorraine. And the way that she blew up on this poor sister, yeah? I'm not going to say who it is unless sister wants me to say who it is. But we all know within our group who it is because we were all there. We all witnessed it. Blew up on her. Very disrespectful. So I put it on her that day. I never put it on her for ranking with me outside the court. I allowed you because you're a victim and you're traumatized. I didn't put it on you when you start to rank up yourself within the group with people. I allowed you because you're a victim and you were traumatized. But when that day when you blew up on the sister that way, it was horrible. And the fact that you would not listen because the voice note that you had put into the group, bugging out, screaming and shouting and telling everybody to repent, it was completely irrational. And we wanted to speak to you to make sure you were all right. You got defensive. You turned on us. And then you broke out on the sister. I said to you, we had deal with. You understand? You calmed it down. You apologized. You did what you did. But from Dessa, you could see that there was bad mind and bad feeling oozing from its veins. You know, pathetic. This is someone who says that they're enlightened. Yeah, you heard the spiel on some of that live back in 2021. You know, all that kind of inner work stuff that is being spoken about, generational trauma and whatever. Do you know what? Part of the reason I left the UK, part of it, there was quite a few reasons. But one of the reasons is fake ass people that ain't really about it, just chatting. I can't take it. Do you understand the level of inauthenticity? People that are just chatting and don't do shit would never put boots on the ground. Do you understand what I'm saying? Would not really get their arms dirty. Wouldn't put their neck on the line the way I have. I know that much. You know how much of them run where when they got big talk on the platform, but when the shit hits the fan, they leave Afua standing. I've been through all of it, and I still stand here for my sisters. So I don't deserve this kind of treatment, LB. You're old harder when it comes on to me. But to be honest with you, it's by the by. It's all in the past. I ain't too bothered. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm living my life. You're living yours. So what? So what? I just think you're quite a sad and lonely individual. Spiritually lonely, by the way. You know, you've got loads of people around you, no doubt. But there's a big hollow inside you, LB. Massive hollow. And you need to fill it. You know? You really do. Because treating people that way and rationalize it in yourself where nobody can't even chat to you and correct you. He who seeks knowledge begins with humbleness. And that's something you ought to learn, my sister. Humbleness, humility. It took humility for me to allow you. I don't know who's calling my phone, you know. Lord have mercy, Jesus mercy. Yes, people. So you've heard that. I can't even remember what I was saying now. That's just totally thrown me. But you guys have heard. I'm trying to find this recording with the woman. And I don't think it's on the live that you said, Serlene, you know. I think it's on one of the other ones. That's what I think is happening. And I'm going to put the link out now so that I can still try to find this live because I really want to get to it. But you guys understand where I'm coming from in terms of, you know, discount everything else they were talking about because all of that, I don't even know about that and it's rubbish. So deal with the bits where she's talking about me being potentially unalived in Jamaica. And LB, think about the fact that LB knows that. She absolutely knows that. And she says absolutely nothing. In fact, she take it like joke, it sounds like. And she doesn't actually say anything to me. I would never do that to somebody. It's absolutely despicable. It's unacceptable and it's despicable. I would never do that to somebody. Honestly, never, ever, ever. Especially somebody that had helped me confront my trauma, confront my perpetrator, put their own neck and their own family time on the line and their own safety on the line to make sure that you had a voice and a platform and that you were well represented. I would never do that to somebody. You're wicked and you're wicked bad. There's the link, people. I know a couple of people want to jump on and have their say. So let's see who jumps on. Let's make sure that happens. I'm still trying to find this live with this woman. There's about 4 of them on the same night because with Instagram it's like an hour, so it goes on for about 4 hours with 4 different lives, and it's hard to see which one it's in because it's embedded within it. So we might get it, we might not. If not, I will repost it when I do find it, and I will make my points because it's not acceptable. So imagine my disdain when 24 hours ago I took in all of that, I'm putting it all in a context, all of that, and then 24 hours ago, I take testimony from an 11-year-old who tells me that she was bathed by LB less than a year ago. I'm not going to say in which context, but she was bathed by her. I'm not sure why you're bathing an 11-year-old, but the 11-year-old was bathed by her. And during that time, she felt violated. She felt it was inappropriate. LB sniffed her vagina during the process of bathing her, and all manners of evil. So I'm putting this all together with the accusations of predatory behavior towards women, the experience I had on the staircase when I first met her, like everything bunched up together, and I'm saying, oh, wow, yes, so really and truly. Forget all the treachery and the backstabbing and all of that. You understand? Yeah, I'm just going to do that, Hurricane Terry. It's too long and this machine is shut down as well. So let me do that. You know? Like, what's going on? Really? That's what's driven me to come and say, you know what, I'm going to reveal everything. It was also shared with me by LB's younger sister, Rosie, that LB used to fiddle with her when they were younger. Now, I said to Rosie, listen, I've never spoken to Rosie ever. You heard LB herself brought her sister's name into it in 2021. I don't know Rosie. I don't know her. Never heard of her before LB mentioned her. And I've never, ever spoken to her. She's very aware that her name has been mentioned and that LB says what she says about her. So it's taken her 5 years, actually, nearly, to reach out to me. And she reached out to me about a week or more ago now. Huh? And she's telling me all of this stuff. So I've said to her, well, what's the age gap between you and your sister? 1 year. So I said, all right. So she's a child when this took place as well, right? Because if she's only a year apart, she's also a child and would have been your older sister, but an abused child nonetheless, which the sister realized and said, yeah, man, I understand that. The difference is that when I bring it to her and try to talk to her about how I felt about that, she blows me out of the water and talks about the fact, well, you must dismiss that because I was traumatized and that's why I did what I did. That's not fair, LB. You must listen to your sister. The generational abuse plays out, like you said. Do you understand? It plays out. Listen to the girl. If she was 7 at the time and you was 8, if she was 10 and you was 11, whatever it was, you need to listen to your sister. I'm not even indicting you. I'm not saying you're a pedo in that regard. But put that together now. I'm trying to get you guys to understand the evolving pathology of this individual named LB. Because how am I getting reports now from an 11-year-old that just less than a year ago, you were trying to sniff the little girl's pum-pum in the name of washing her? I'm sorry, I'm really trying to rationalize that one, sister. This is what's got me on here tonight. That story right there has got me on here tonight. I have no proof. I have no corroboration. I don't know. I'm not going to say that an 11-year-old is lying to me. 11-year-olds don't really tend to lie about these things, you know? Sometimes they do. They can be coerced. I don't know. But I'm just saying, I don't believe the little girl was coerced. In fact, I kind of saw it playing out in real time because I wasn't chatting to the little girl at first. Do you understand? And the little girl was nowhere to be seen in my conversation. And then suddenly there was a disclosure and I had to manage that. It was terrible, you know? So I'm having to deal with that burden as well now and saying, well, what do I do about that? I'm just going to do what I know I always do, which is I just speak the truth of what it is I've heard and what it is I know. And that's all I've done tonight. That's what I'm doing tonight. You understand? So there's the link. I don't know who's jumping on. Thought somebody wanted to. A few people wanted to, actually. It's on the screen. We put it out in the chat again. If not, that is what I'm dealing with tonight. And that's what LB is dealing with, an 11-year-old. Why on earth? Can somebody tell me? Can somebody jump on and tell me if that's normal behavior? Because first of all, I'm just thinking back to my own children. I stopped bathing them probably when they were at sort of 7 and 8, you're still supervising, right? But they can do little things for themselves. So they're really bathing themselves by that age, but you're still sat there supervising. 9, 10, definitely bathing themselves by that age. 11, they're starting secondary school. They might be themselves. You're not even really having to check unless you have to run them and say, you know, you got a spot missing or something like that. Why would you physically bathe an 11-year-old that doesn't have learning difficulties? You understand me? Blessed love, Hurricane Toya.
Hey, I'm half asleep. I'm awake, but I'm half asleep. It's after 12. I've been a bit quiet because the baby's sleeping. But I haven't seen... I can't believe all this because I saw her as a sister. So I'm feeling highly disappointed. But when we had the march, the one where we were all in red, not the first one, the second one, there was 2 people that was at that march that said to me, watch out for us. What do you mean, watch out for her? Oh my God, she might fight with you. I'm like, no, she's fam, she's sister. She ain't that way. But the person that told me has told me about other people before, and that person's never been wrong with what they've heard. Do you know what I mean? There's always been some sort of substance to it. You know what I mean? No pun intended, substance. But yeah, and I was just like, so when people started to talk, I started to take notice to it, if you get what I mean. I'm just this, but because of people have lied on me, I'm like, well, obviously they're trying to mash up the His Time Is Up movement. They want us all infighting. So I was actually defending her, only to hear she didn't want me in no groups. She didn't want me involved in no way. You know what I mean?
You know, sis.
Oh.
Now that you've said it, I can say it's when I added you and someone else, but it's the other person.
Okay.
Reacting to because she's more connected to them, innit? And she got beef.
Yeah, she was selling CMOS, and I was getting CMOS from her, and then someone else said they saw her at Ruach Church, and she was going, and she put on her Facebook page. That's when we were friends on Facebook. I was like, oh, she's going to church. That's why we don't hear from her. But then when you don't hear from her at all, I thought, well, what's going on? What have we done to her? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, there's others in here that were actually in the group before you joined.
Yeah.
And they heard the meltdown and the stuff that she was dealing with and disrespecting people and so on and so forth. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's just a shock that we've had someone so in close that wasn't genuine.
Yeah.
Where the rest of us really want justice out here, we got one that wasn't genuine. So Oh gosh, I just don't know what she could have put out there that was inside the group. You know what I mean?
Well, we didn't have anything that was that classified. Do you know what I mean? It was just more personal information about people. Do you know what I mean? That's what it was. You know, there's no real secrets in the group, or is there?
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't in the group yet.
No, you weren't, and there wasn't. You know, the police have had my phone so many times. If we were getting up to anything in there, you know, it would have come out long time.
Yeah. But you still, know, it's just the trust. It's just the trust.
You know, sis, listen, I can bear all of that. Like I said, I've sat on that for 2 years. Nobody heard my mouth. You understand? But when I'm now hearing an 11-year-old tell me personally, a personal disclosure.
I'm not being horrible. Is the child disabled or anything?
No, the child is.
So who bathes an 11-year-old?
Exactly. That's my point. That's my point.
Maybe I'm a bit slow. Maybe it's because I'm English, born in the UK. But who bathes an 11-year-old?
Look, on its own, I'm going to say, if somebody came to me independently with that story and said, talk to my daughter, I'm going to be intrigued. It's going to bristle my interest enough because an 11-year-old is telling me that. I'm going to definitely dig down and start investigating.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm sorry. To me, that just sounds sick. It's like a grooming process.
But it's not even that. It's the fact that you put that together with what the woman said on the live, with how she dealt with me on the staircase. So a picture starts to build.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not saying I disbelieve the 11-year-old because she sounded very, you know,
I'm not saying not to disbelieve her, but I said it just don't sound right. Anyway, any adult, but even an 11-year-old, unless the child's disabled, and can't do it for themselves, or so you need to help them. I couldn't do it unless it was a family member and I'm helping because the child's disabled. I can't do it. You're 11. Go and bathe. You're in secondary school. What am I bathing you for?
That's crazy to me. And then what the girl describes is LB parting her legs by the thighs and then sniffing her private parts.
Oh, Holy Ghost fire. Oh,
what's that about? Are we going to say that you were trying to see if it was clean? That to me is still off-key behavior.
No, you don't do that to a child. No.
Just truth, please. Yes, it has been reported to the authorities about the 11-year-old, but not by
praise the Lord.
By the 11-year-old's carer. So yeah, and I encourage them to do that. So that's the answer to that question.
Oh gosh,
my goodness.
I'll drop down. I'll let someone else come up. But I'm just in shock. That's my whole thing. I just can't believe.
It's shocking, sis. Like, it's shocking for me, and that's what drove me to say, you know what, no, sir.
Because she's been a champion from day one. This is what I don't understand.
To be honest, that was the second real blinker. What her sister said and how she's been treated and dealt with on the back of her trauma, and the fact that, look, when you've got generational trauma, you've got children that are being abused, and one child abuses the other because they've been abused by the adult, and all that's going on. You, as the healed one, the one that has broken the generational curse, you have to hear what your sibling or what your victim is saying, as much as that person is reaching out to you, because they're reaching out to you because they want resolution, they want closure. They don't actually want to have you as the perpetrator.
Poor girl, man.
Do you understand?
Poor girl.
I said, nah. And I said, look, what do you want me to do? She said, I don't really want to call her out. You can call her out if you want to. Maybe you should. Maybe she didn't know what she wanted, but she was like, yeah, call her out then. And I was like, well, you know what? It's been on my mind to talk about what I've been experiencing. And it would have been a very different type of live. It would have been me talking about her and a few other people actually that have stabbed us in the back. You understand? It would have just been that. And I might have talked about it, I might not have. And that's what I said to the sister. And I was toying with it because there's other people that have violated that are actually worse than LB, in my opinion. You understand me? That have been close to the thing as well, that also need to be spoken about. So LB would have just got clustered up with them. And it would have probably been a bit of a lesser issue because it wasn't as big a deal for me. I'm so used to it by now, sis.
My God.
It'll be the first time
all you did is help the woman, that's mad.
So I didn't bring it out to the public because that's my business between me and LB. Yeah? It wasn't nothing to out her for. It's between me and you. Your altar order. If anybody asks, I'll tell them, differently. But the reason she's been brought to the platform is because You know, and I wasn't even going to put her picture up. I was just going to talk about it. The picture
My
went up
God.
because of the testimony that I got. I said, no, sir. You're going too far now. What do we
Yeah,
make?
let me drop down.
All right, then, babes. I know your baby's there. So that's the reason, people. That's the reason that LB came up tonight. That's the reason. We've been on 3 hours now. Most of it has been glitches. I am going to repost that thing with that sexy peeps or whatever her name is. I'm going to definitely repost that because I think it needs to be seen in the context of this, and I might repost some shorts from this. If nobody else is going to come up, I'm going to jump off. 3 hours is a long time. We ain't done one of these marathons for a while, have we? It's been. What's the other ones always 3 hours because of glitches and all sorts of madness like tonight? I don't think we've had one a disjointed live like this for a long time as well. I used to enjoy the disjointedness of them all. It was a little bit more authentic, you know, less structured. But yeah, man, LB. I don't hate the girl. I don't hate LB. I don't dislike her in any way. Mitzi June, I dislike her. She's evil personified, that one. I just think LB's unhealed. I think that's what you are. I think you're unhealed. I don't think you're a wicked person necessarily. I don't know you that way. I know you to be fucked up, yeah, but not wicked. Wickedness, is it bordering into wickedness now? Yeah, it could be perceived that way, and I think a lot of people would agree that it is wickedness. But for me personally, is it that I don't care enough about you for you to affect me? You know, I'm that type of person as well. If you don't have a direct impact in my sphere, in my orbit, in my life, I'm going to get over that pretty quickly. I'm not really going to care. I might care in the moment, you know, but I'm not going to carry it with me. That's not going to happen. It could be that. Is it a violation? Should I be really angry, people? Proper one if you think I should be angrier than I am with LB. I'm more angry about this 11-year-old disclosure. That's what I'm angry about. That's what I'm concerned about. That's what I'm pissed off about. More than anything up in this. Yeah? But when you put everything in the soup, in a context, do you understand? You're just an all-out wrong'un, to be fair. You're an all-out wrong'un, and you love to judge people. And you know why I hear when you're wrong. You understand me? It's wrong. You need to disassociate from the likes of June. It was very painful and very hurtful to me. Do you understand? And very hurtful to me that to sit and listen to you, not even correcting June about me. Do you understand? Not defending me in any kind of way, KKKing with her for whatever agenda you thought you had. Secretly recording her, and you know, I forgot to work out that part there. So I don't really business. Yeah? But to throw me under the bus and sell me out in that way, LB, and not only me, put me to one side. Like I said, I'm tough as old boots. You never heard me even grumble about it. I did not bring it out. It's been 2 years in the making. It's the fact that you sold out the movement. It's the fact that there were other women out there that actually looked up to you. Do you understand? Within it. Because we used to get a lot of DMs when you used to come on and testify. You knew that you were a powerful sister within the movement. You were one of them. Because we've had a few. You know? So you didn't care about all of that. You didn't care whether or not Eamon Edwards, your perpetrator that you brought into my orbit, was able to wipe the floor with me or not wipe the floor with me, according to if I had legal representation or not. You sourced that for yourself and kept it moving quite nicely, quite happily. Didn't even pop on us. What sort of a character does that? What sort of a character kicks somebody like me in the tooth who's done what I've done for you in your life? Sister? Who's put myself on the line, because I went way past and over and above a testimony on a live when it came to LB. This affected my actual real life and my children's real life. And she knows that fully. You know, there were times when she would be very sort of, you know, she would placate around that and be very sort of, oh, Afua, thank you. And, you know, very, very, very grateful. She'd appear to be. But it was all fake. You're fake. You're a fake ass bitch. That's what it is. You know, for me. But the 11-year-old thing, now, no, sir. Your face I think up on the wall of shame. We have sniffed the 11-year-old pum pum for. You're mad? Nobody could ever come and tell me that they done that to baby Afua. Safely. Do you know what I mean? And not only that, forget that, They wouldn't have access to baby Afua, never at no age, much less 11 when the pity can bathe herself. What are you dealing with? That's the question I need to ask. That's the question I need to ask. What are you dealing with, LB? Why do you think it's appropriate to wash an 11-year-old and then sniff the child's pom-pom and make remarks about her physical? And knowing that you're a lesbian on top of it. Is this homophobic, me saying that? No, you're attracted to the female vagina. So it's even more inappropriate than if it was somebody else, a straight woman doing it. It'd be inappropriate enough then. But the fact that you're a lesbian doing it as well and you're attracted to pom-pom makes it even more deep, in my opinion. Who won't vex about that and try to flick it into some homophobic tip? Then go along. I'm in a country that don't business, okay? It's not about homophobia. It's about the fact that this woman is highly questionable now. Not only are you a backstabber, which we all know about, I've known about, and I sat on it because I don't really business. It isn't affecting my whole life. You're just pissed on us, so I now know who you are, and that's good. That's fine. Let's keep it pushing. I didn't bring nothing to you. I didn't jump on. I didn't try to have a conversation with you. I simply dropped you out. You know, you didn't even get a conversation, a closure conversation on me saying, you know, LB, we are dealing with. None of that. I just dropped you out and you dropped us out. So it is what it is. Nobody was crying over that, really. You know? But you put all of this together, man. Jesus Christ have mercy. I just don't know what is wrong with these people. Praise Dancer UK says, you want to know, did the parents go out? Did they leave LB with the child? Was she childminded? No, she wasn't childminded. She was helping out. A carer of the child. A carer of the child. You know? She was just there. She's around the carer of that child. So she offered to bathe the child. And the carer thought it was okay, which is not okay. Why would the carer even allow it? Is my question. You know? But if I was able to show you guys the clip that I wanted to show you, and then you put that together with what the woman was saying, it's all very disturbing and highly questionable, LB. I know you're watching. And so is your dirty little cuzzy sidekick, June. You could know that June is saying them things about me and not give me a heads up to say, you know what, be careful. You could really do that. You're wicked, bad. And let me tell you something. You see the people that get judged by God the worst, who God hates the worst, because there's 6 things that God don't like. And that's the name of the live today. Look it up. Yeah? That's the scripture for today. Yeah? There's 6 things he don't like. And one of them is people that make mischief. People that do what you do, LB. Yeah? People that do what you do. And to know that you would have me, my head back out a door like that after all that I've done for you, makes you very wicked indeed. You understand me? To move the slippery way you're moving. Even Pan, not that I don't think June deserve it. June deserve everything we get. But even the way you moved around June, secretly recording her so you could share it. What the hell is that about? And then laughing with her. That's an untrustworthy person. That's a person that you got. Listen, them people are dangerous, you know. They will smile in your face, meanwhile they're on job. They're the type of people that we were dealing with all along. I never knew it. But nobody, they can't hide their dirty colours forever. You're not a good person, LB. Anybody that can conceive of these things, that can pre these things and can carry these things out, you're not a good person. You got work to do upon yourself. You got healing to do. You are not an enlightened individual. Stop going on like you're healed and you're woke, because you really are not. Your heart is dirty and your spirit and your aura is unclean, my sister. Very. And on top of that as well, you may well be harboring paedophilic tendencies, my sister. You may well be. You need to get some help and get it quick. And that may I tell you, because right now the judgment is near, you know. You say you believe. You better clean up your heart and come. You remember me tell you? Because God watches everything, and all that you do in the dark, you confront to the world how you like. You know? There is a God in the heaven that watches what you do. And also the Bible says very clearly, Do and treat unto others as you would have done unto yourself. If I was a paedophile, I would want to be treated the way that I treat paedophiles. If I was a wicked, I would want to be treated the way that I treat wicked people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do unto others as you'd have done unto yourself. And the better I know. And don't start me off when it comes on to Bible scripture. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. It don't look like none of you are going to come on. I will definitely at some point in the next day or two. I'm not going to be able to do it tonight. I've got to jump on the road now. It's like 7:30 over here now. And I've got to go back out. I will post it on Instagram, the actual a repost of that thing. Look out for that during the week. I cannot say which day. It won't be tonight. Yes, my people. So listen, love you. Make of it what you will. There was a few people that said they wanted to make comment. They might have got fed up and jumped off, to be fair. So thank you for being, those of you, there's a good core group that held it to the end, boy. This was the most disjointed life in a long, long time. Interesting. Sandra Shirley says, it would have been better that these two persons made an attempt to join this live and apologize as well as own up and admit to what they have done, which their silence over the last few hours speaks loud. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, own up. Hey, that's never going to happen, my sister. We already called out the one Mitzi June, and she jumped on the live and menaced the people that were accusing her then lover of being a paedophile, and she menaced them in the most despicable of ways. So I don't know if I'd even let her on to cause more harm. So the carer needs to lose. It's not a carer like that. It's a family member carer, my sister. You know, so there's no issue like that. It's a family member carer. It wasn't a paid carer, no. But I hear you guys. It's not good enough. It's really not good enough. It's not good enough. It's not acceptable. It's not. It has been let social services and the police deal with it from here on in. It's been fully reported. June has been reported for the comments that she's made. I'm in the country that she says I'm not safe in. Do you know what that means? For her. That's direct. You're making threats. You're making conjecture. If anything happened to me over here, sir, it's June they're coming for first. Know that. You understand me? Because it's not acceptable. Yes, it's a private conversation, but it was secretly filmed, recorded, June. June, you have no friends. You got no allies out here, you idiot. The whole of them are chatting behind your back. Yeah? Who you think is in your corner are doing an LB on you. Remember me tell you, I know enough people, different sources, different people that say, yeah, man, she still call me, you know. And they come in my DMs, they come on my WhatsApp, and they chat you. Same like you used to do to people, and that them I do to you. You don't got one single ally out here. So if I were you, I'd give it up. Honestly, you're really deluded. I feel sorry for you, to be fair. I do. Because I know where you're going when you leave this mortal coil. I do. I have to have compassion for you. You are going straight to the very last bottom, belly bottom, bile pit of hell. You, Mitzi June. Do you understand? And LB, I feel like there's some redemption in you. I do. I'm not completely convinced that you're totally evil. I'm not. Do you understand? I feel like there is some kind of repentance in you. And I would just ask you to go down on your knees, sister, with realness in your heart, with true sincerity, and beg God forgiveness for your indiscretions against definitely me, and hopefully not your transgressions against minors. Beg God pardon, LB. You will be the first perpetrator that I pleaded for on this platform, because I can kind of see your pain. You know, Quincy was another one. Vincent Rat's son. I can kind of see your pain. I can kind of see why you ended up to be the fucked up wrong'un that you are, LB. I can kind of see it. You understand me? I can. That generational trauma runs deep. I get it. I understand it. But you need to clean up your heart and come. You need to seek healing, my sister, because you're wrong. You're a wrong'un. You're a total wrong'un. You understand? And please, I'm going to dig down more into this story with the 11-year-old. Please not let me have to verify it and verify that you're going on with mad things and you are actually paedophilic. You're a paedophile. Because only a paedophile will try to that. And let's not forget, female paedophiles are very prolific, and especially those who fancy pom-pom. I mean, it follows, doesn't it? You've been doing certain things from your picnic. You trouble up your sister from your picnic. Yeah. Yes, we know it started with your own abuse, but people can become pathologized in that way. You start trouble up your. I'm asking you guys to think the way I'm thinking. Follow that pathology timeline. She gets abused by Eamon Edwards at a very, very young age. It screws her up, and she represses it as well. That's very significant, because the level of damage is even more acute when it's been suppressed in that way and comes out later. So all of that has gone on for LB. Then she starts fiddling with her little sister at a young age. Yeah, that's a byproduct definitely of her own abuse. Right, fine. We move on. She starts displaying behavior with other females. She's now identifying as lesbian. She doesn't want to attribute it to her abuse, but I'm telling you, it's there. It's very glaringly obvious. Yeah, because it's become deviant. If it's not deviant, then it isn't connected. Yeah, but it's deviant. And then we're having accusations of people saying that you're behaving inappropriately with women, but they've all been women. Now we're hearing a little girl you're doing inappropriate things with. Follow it from the beginning to where we are now. Big up all the psychoanalysts in the place, man, especially the African holistic health analysts, man. LB, you need healing. Go on and get some help, my sister. That's what you must do. Guys, I'm going to bid you guys good night. It doesn't look like anybody is coming back on, and I'm getting tired and I need to jump off. And guys, listen, big up yourselves. I am not guaranteeing that I'm going to come on next week. I've been doing a lot over here with Hurricane Melissa, as you know. If you do want to donate to Hurricane Melissa, it's better that you go into the description and follow the PayPal link or the GoFundMe link, whichever suits you. PayPal is better because it's quicker and faster, and they take less of a chunk for themselves. But yeah, and bless up to the people that donated to the super chat as well, guys. But that is it. That is it about LB. Sorely disappointed, man. Sorely disappointed. You have the makings of a great sister, LB. You do. You have the makings of a great woman, but you need to clean up your heart and come. And that's just it, guys. Blessed love, people. I will see you guys hopefully next week. If not, be the week after, and I'll keep you updated on Instagram. Okay. Have a fantastic weekend. Blessed love. Blessed love. Blessed love. Good night, family.